fakes it. He's setting them up. Throws it to fucking Conklin or Rucker. It's really just the Jets chamber pot. Oh, we suck at stuff. To Garrett Wilson.
Oh, what a catch! What a catch!
That was all Zach, everybody. Oh, Quinn gets him. Yeah!
Yes!
Look at this.
What is it?
A real live offensive touchdown. Got pressure. Run, you idiot. Here we go. Oh, that's a catch. That's a catch. All right, everybody. Garrett Wilson doesn't give a shit. Look at Zachy do, huh? Let's go, Zod. Gets it around the end. Run, little guy. Touchdown.
Oh!
Are you kidding me? I believe in Zod. Let's go, Jets.
Second and 3 at the 2-minute warning. We need Houston to wind down this clock and kick this game-winning field goal. I can't believe they gave up 30 points to a freaking undrafted free agent quarterback. What's going on here, Dano?
Oh, man. You know what? Good things are going on. Good things are happening.
We got the number
Dude,
number
how about
2?
them Giants? You know, you're talking the Colts pick, man. Listen, is there any team that should be characterized as a number 2 than us?
It always is. You know what? It's like always a bridesmaid, never a bride. You know what I mean? Of course, just like the year we took Zach Wilson, number 2. That's what we do. We can never just be number 1. We can never just be the worst at anything. But here we are, number 2 pick. If Dante Moore comes out, there's going to be debates up and down our fan base because the odds are, we don't know. It's very early. There's a few months before the draft. There's the combines. There's a lot of interviews. A lot of things could happen. More college playoffs. Lots can change. But at the moment right now, you would have to imagine the Raiders are going to take Mendoza as their choice. And then if Moore comes out into the draft, the debate is going to be, do we take Dante Moore?
Well, Chaos, you know, stranger things have happened. I just want to put it out there, man. We need to secure pick number 2, right? We
need to secure pick number 2 right now. We have to lose today. So a lot of people still asking, where is Green Bean? Green Bean is still dealing with some personal family stuff going on right now in his life that he's got to get straightened out. I'm trying to hold down the fort, trying to keep his stream going, trying to keep the channel going. Thank you to every one of you who've been here each week supporting us, even without the presence of Green Bean, to keep supporting the channel, to make sure that, you know, his livelihood, you know, all the work he put into this channel doesn't die. He's hoping to be back. You know, we're hoping. We can't make any guarantees. There's never guarantees in this world. But the plan, just so everybody's in on the plan is for me and Green Bean to stream the AFC Championship game, whoever's in it. Green Bean definitely wants to do some live stream reaction, you know, before next year, obviously, before the preseason of next year. So we're really hoping that we could do the AFC Championship game on January 25th. That's the goal. I talked to Green Bean, guys. I'm in touch with him. I'm in communication. I don't want you to worry that he's not okay. I assure you he's okay. I assure you that he's okay. And I assure you that he's working some stuff out, and he'll be back as good as new and talking to you. And I'm sure giving more details when he's ready, you know.
Correct. Yeah. Facts. And, you know, if you've been in the chat or if you're just joining the chat, you may still be able to scroll up and see Green Bean. He put a few messages in there, one of which was thanking Chaos for holding it down, man. And so I'd like to just take a moment to thank you as well, man, because I'm not always on this channel. I often view it, though, and I think that as a viewer, I could clearly say, you guys, this channel would have been missed the last few Sundays. So thank you for carrying the torch.
Hey, man, could not have been doing this without you, Dano. And most of all, most importantly, I could not have been doing this without people like Phil Adams and Lou B. Super Jets fan. And, you know, I mean, all of you guys. I mean, I could sit here and try to name everybody, but you guys all know who you are, man. You're here all the time. Jonathan, Francois. I could just, Gilbert, Anthony Gilbert. Yeah, I could just name people all day long. But Jason Edwards. I mean, Alan. The good Alan Dodds. Just all of you, man. All of you have been here just supporting. We love you, Tony Alexio. There's so many people we couldn't even name you all. Billy SBC has been a supporter of all of our channels. But everybody just banding together for Green Bean. Keep the super chats coming if you can. Houston's moving really well, by the way. I hope they don't leave too much time on the clock. But a lot of love here, a lot of support. Paul A. Bonner or Paula, thank you for your support. Just so many people supporting the channel, and we're so appreciative of it. Dano comes in and he says, Green Bean forever. Danger, man. Green Bean tells me all the time, man, that Dano's really, really coming through. So,
dude, this is a bucket list of mine. The only thing I ask in return is when we have an exciting game, I would like to, be one of many on the panel for one that's actually fun. That is all.
I can absolutely guarantee you, being the co-host of the show, that next year when Green Bean's back and we're back, and somewhere early on where the season's still meaningful and people still care, you will definitely be on. You will definitely join the panel. I promise you that.
And that's all I need, because honestly, we have had fun these last couple weeks, man. Despite the number 2 shitty play, we've still made the most of it, and I appreciate it, man. We had, I think, $100 super chat a couple weeks ago. We had a $50 one last week. We had some little dick super chats coming in. If you remember some of those, but dude, the viewers have been incredible, and they're not blasting me too hard for not being the one, the only Green Bean Jets fan.
I love it. Hey, by the way, that we're at a very critical point of this game. It's 3rd and 7. The Colts only have one timeout. I think they're saving it for after this play, I would imagine. I'm guessing Houston's going to run one more play, try to get a little closer to field goal range. And I think this is really going to come down to a field goal. And we're going to see if we're able to move up from the 18th pick as high as the 15th or 15th pick, I believe, at this point. I think it would automatically, based on the results of the earlier games, some people in the chat might correct me. I think it might go to the 16th pick literally already at this point. So, but I'm not 100% sure on that. I know the Vikings won. That makes it 17. And I thought there was one more game that went our way, but I'm not 100% sure. We might be having to root for Detroit to make it 16.
As of this exact millisecond, it's already pick 17.
Okay.
But again, it depends. If they win, they could go back up. If they lose, it can go down even further. So yeah, Houston, I don't know where they're at on the field, but we want them to nail this.
Yeah, they're going for the field goal right now. There's no more timeouts. So there will be some time left on the clock. We won't be completely out of the woods. Lou B. Super Jets fan. As we look at this 43-yard field goal attempt, which nowadays is a chip shot. So let's keep our fingers crossed. This is a 43-yarder is what a 33-yarder used to be. So let's keep our fingers crossed that he gets this kick. So here it is. Here comes the snap. It's a good snap. Good holds. It looks good. It is good.
Fuck yeah.
Field goal. 12 seconds left on the clock. And it looks like that we'll have unless, knock on wood, something terrible happens. It looks like we are going to be locked in at 17 at the worst. 17 at the worst. I think the only game that officially, I'm not looking at the scoreboard. I think the only game that went our way was Minnesota so far, right? I think the Giants winning stopped Dallas from moving up. So I know that died.
I have the info if you want it.
Go ahead.
Okay, so with that loss, the Colts go to 8-9. They climb ahead of Baltimore and Detroit. It looks like they are currently slotted at pick 15. Okay, now, so if Detroit or Baltimore loses, then it'll go from 15 to 16, maybe back to 17.
Okay, so Baltimore, if Baltimore and Detroit go our way, we're 15.
Correct.
That's
so
beautiful.
we are, yeah. We want Baltimore to win tonight, and that'll keep them, below us. And we want Detroit to win.
Yeah. So Lou B, thank you so much for the super chat. What happened to our pick? Well, we got the second pick overall in the draft, and it looks like we could get the 15th pick of the draft. And I tell you this, when Indianapolis made that trade, their fan base, their YouTube content providers, their team, what they were thinking was it's closer to a second round pick. They were thinking in their mind it was going to, and they were hoping it would be pick 32, but they were thinking it would be something after 28 for sure. They did not anticipate it being the 15th pick in the draft. I promise you, the value of that trade, Sauce Gardner, that value of that trade, if this becomes the 15th pick, just went up exponentially.
So, hey, dude, shout out Sauce Gardner, man. Thank you. Thank you so much. Because not only did you go over there, but you also got injured and couldn't help them win any games down the stretch. Very big for us in the short term and long term.
Look at this. Jason Edwards, member for 33 months. 33, Jamal Adams. 33 months of membership, of commitment, of patriotism, of loyalty from Jason, the man Edwards, and his son, who's very, very, very serious. Student, athlete. He's not joking around. Thank you so much. And what do you got to say? You say this year sucked. I agree. However, we all have each other to lean on. Go Green Bean and go Jets. Absolutely. Thank you, Jason Edwards. I love the love for Green Bean. You got to love the love for Green Bean. The love for Green Bean will always be here in me. And I love when I see it in other people. And Jason Edwards is such a great friend to the channel. So thank you for your loyalty and your membership to Jason. And then we're finally going to get to Red John. He goes, is this Aaron from Gas Monkey Garage? I don't know what that means. Is this Aaron?
You know what? $10 says he looks like me. Gas Monkey Garage.
Oh, I see what you're saying. Yeah. This is Dano, everyone. If you don't know, this is Dano from the Danger Zone. He has a channel on YouTube called the Danger Zone. It's actually an excellent channel, and I would recommend it for everyone. So
thank you. Hey, Red John, I did Google that, man. That's a pretty good comp. Thank you for the $2 because that's pretty funny, man.
Yeah, we got 5 seconds left in this game. Let's hope that the Colts don't do anything crazy. It looks like they're going to throw it up. Oh, no, short pass. He's pitching it back. It's going to be a little bit of a crazy play with lots of pitchbacks. Back to the quarterback who they got him. It's on the floor. They pick it up, Houston. Just go down, you fat tank. He goes back into the end zone. It looks like it could be a touch. It's a touchdown for Houston. The game is over.
That is.
I appreciate that.
Right, I do want to say, I feel the need to say, if you are checking Tankathon right now, you might think we've been lying to you. The Jets are still picking third at this moment, but
yes, because
the Titans have 14 losses. We have 13. If we can secure our 14th loss today, we will jump them and be pick number 2, like Chaos said.
Right. So yeah, what you just said. So go Ravens, F the Steelers. Sauce Gardner is going to be the first player in history to have a worse record than any team he played for in a season. That's pretty amazing. Alan Dode, 14 months membership. Not as big a dick of membership length and longevity as Edwards. But Alan, not bad. You're getting there. You're fighting. It went from this to, maybe this, so you're getting there. You're getting there, buddy. But no, I'm just kidding. Alan, great member of the channel, a Patreon, huge supporter of Green Bean. You're the man. We love you. And yeah, man, here we go, man. We're doing good, man. Our picks we're moving up the ladder with our picks. This has been a great day pick wise. As long as we lose, it's looking really, really sweet to me. I'm enjoying this. So also Dano just gifted a membership. So yeah, good on you, man. Good on you, brother. We'll see who gets it. Let me know. For now, I do have to go to well, let me see if I can get the Jets game on the TV. First off, it's doing that thing again where it won't let me, which is really annoying. So because it just says upcoming, but it won't let me get to the pregame.
Yeah. Well, yeah. Let's see. I think
You have to go to the home button, right? Not the live.
yes, and then go under Sunday Ticket and scroll over to the Jets.
Yeah. Such a pain in the ass.
While we are stalling for time, I would just like to say the recipient of the gifted membership was none other than 1189 Paris. Congratulations, brother. You can hit the green bean and the fireman Ed emojis anytime you want now.
I love that it went to Paris, man. That's great. Great supporter of the channel. Jesus Christ, would you just let me go to the game already? I have to wait for it to officially start, apparently. It doesn't do that every week, guys. It just rotates every week for what it wants to do. Like sometimes it lets me go to the pregame and sometimes it doesn't. It's just unbelievable. But I'll just trust that you'll remind me when the game starts and I'll flick it.
Yeah, it did take me to a screen that says the game is coming up at 4:25. As soon as that switches, I'll tell you, and you should be able to hopefully click on it then.
Okay, there we go. Until then, I'll just watch the end of this game, I guess. All right, guys. Let me get to the ad. Green Bean sponsor. So let me do that here. It takes a little bit. I have to like figure it out. We're going here. I have to go. Oh no, I go to here, like that, and then I go down here, and I go over to here like that, and then just so you guys know, I go to here. Okay, and I say this. Think you know football? Then try to turn your football knowledge into real money with the Sleeper app, the ultimate fantasy sports app that can turn game day into payday. Just download the Sleeper app and pick more or less on your favorite players. With more stats than any other daily fantasy app, just choose 2 or more of your favorite players from pregame or live. Pick more or less from the predicted stats, and you could win up to 100 times your money. If your pick wins, use promo code GREENBEAN. Use promo code GREENBEAN, and you'll get up to $100 match on your first deposit. Terms and conditions apply. Remember that terms, that you have to see Sleeper's terms of use for details. They are currently operational over 25 states. Check out Sleeper today. And one thing I want to say about Sleeper that you guys should keep in mind is the games for the playoffs. There's no tricky weirdness and benching people and not trying and tanking and things that are going to screw up your bets. When you pick your players for these games, and even like Baltimore, Pittsburgh later on, you're getting a straight up game. These guys are playing to win. They're trying their hardest. I feel that makes it easier to make predictions when you don't get screwed by, the game not mattering to certain teams. What do you think about that, Dana?
I agree. And I was signing up for Sleeper using code GREENBEAN. Sorry about that. But I want 100 times my money. Come on. But agreed, man. It's tough because if you saw the injury report, we haven't spoke of it yet, but guys, Breece Hall is out today. Mason Taylor's out today. Will McDonald's out today. Isaiah Davis is out today. We have Brady Cook. We have Khalil Herbert. We have Kene Nwangwu.
Brandon Stevens is out today.
Brandon Stevens
is out today. Today's going to be a day. And I think and I'm not trying to defend Aaron Glenn here, but today is going to be a day where no matter what happens in this game, I am not going to sit here and judge Aaron Glenn by today. You want to argue the last few weeks, you want to hate him, he needs to be fired. Whatever you guys are going to yell and scream, fine. But come on now. Now we're playing a practice squad team. Like we are putting the practice squad out on the field. So I just do not care if we're not competitive. If we lose 100-0, I do not care. I mean, we are putting nothing out there today. Nothing. Daniel Murphy comes in with a super chat. And he's in West Virginia. So, don't go knocking on his door the wrong way, or props to these fellas for hanging out through this whole game. It's going to be ugly. Yeah, it's going to be damn ugly. But thank you for the super chat. Thank you for supporting the channel. We always appreciate and love Daniel Murphy. Not only has been an incredible supporter to all of these YouTube content providers and channels, he is a YouTube content provider. He's in the danger zone every Friday night, tearing it up, cutting it up with Dano, and making good content.
He is indeed $5 super chat. I believe we call that a half chub super chat. Appreciate Murph and his half chub.
Oh, look at this at close. I can't see the first name. This is somebody I used to know. I know who he is, but I can't tell because YouTube screwed everything up. But he's gifting 5 Green Bean Jets fan memberships. So that's a way to support the channel. Gifting memberships, helping your fellow Jets fan brothers out. I'm sure that everybody's going to appreciate that. 5 people are going to appreciate that. 1189 Paris already got gifted. We'll see who else got gifted. But thank you so much for that at Close 36. If you want to put in the chat who you really are before YouTube decided to screw everything up and destroy their app, just let me know.
Yeah. Do you want to know the 5 recipients?
Yeah, I would love to know the 5 recipients as I celebrate Chris Bradigan.
Well, first one, Famous J, he got one. We got AJ Osborne, not to be I don't know, is that Ozzy's son? I don't know. Red John, who already super chatted that I look like Aaron from some monkey mechanic garage. He got one. Also, Siberian Nightmare and the Cuchito Burrito.
Oh, I love Cuchito Burrito. All right, Cuchito Burrito. Congratulations. Congratulations to all of you that got gifted the membership and at close. Thank you so much for doing it. We appreciate it. And thank you, Edutain. We're trying. I don't want to get too comfortable. I like it when Green Bean does the driving. And hopefully, like I've been hoping and not really promising, but saying I'm hoping on January 25th, I could go back to my co-pilot role and we can watch Green Bean do the driving. Because I'll tell you, if I didn't appreciate Green Bean before, after trying to do this these last few weeks, I appreciate Green Bean at a whole new level now. I really, really do.
I am with you. It's no joke. It's no joke. Not only producing, and you're in charge of highlighting comments. I cannot do that. You're flying this whole ship. You're doing the ad reads, brother. You're also streaming for 3.5 hours. You're watching a game. You're calling the game. Respect. The game is on, so you might be able to try on YouTube now.
Oh, nice.
I also added 2 photos down below if you want to use them at any point. But it's our top first round pick tankathon slide where we're at, how we can do. The second pick is for our second pick. It shows where the Colts one is stacking up on tankathon. So we have those. If you want to throw them above us at any point, feel free, Chaos.
It's amazing how it's still not letting me in, bro. It's still saying upcoming for me.
Can you go out and come back in? Because
what I'm trying to do.
Let me just say, buy you a minute here. We had Tank for Ty sent a membership to Green Bean Jets fan, and the recipient was Retire 80 already. And I'm not
Yeti.
sure. Yeti, yes, Yeti. It is. He got that. Guys, check the description because you may even now have access to Green Bean's Discord. Don't quote me, but you may. So if you are into Discord, you like that kind of thing, check it out down below. Also after that, Chaos, C Laws, whether it's Claus or CL Oz, or he doubled down and he said, you know what? I'm not going to wait to be gifted a membership. I'm going to make my own way here. I'm going to buy one. Boom. He did.
That's amazing. That's amazing. I still can't get this game, which is just unbelievable to me. How bad. I got to like really file a complaint to the YouTube app. It says it's that bad. Like I got to write to them and say something's wrong. Here we go. Okay. I'm going to join in live now. That's just ridiculous.
Well, make sure we sync up. So let me know whenever you're viewing the game.
It looks like we got a super chat. I hope I didn't miss any. Because we're all in the Chaos Lounge now. The Chaos Lounge. Well, that is the best lounge. I will say that.
All set to kick off, Jeremy.
Yeah. So Close is a new member. That's good.
I hit that.
Like Tank for Ty did that. You covered that. That's cool.
Yep. The
Thank you.
kickoff is here.
Okay, my good friend Alan Dodds comes in. He says, "We're you know, I like that, the Chaos Lounge. We could call it that. But you know what? You know what though? And I just want Green Bean back. You know, so it's really hard. It's like I just want Green Bean back. I had no intention. I don't want to ever get good at this. Like I don't. I want it to be Green Bean. Siberian Nightmare comes in. And believe me, Siberian Nightmare. That's a cool name because Siberia could be a nightmare, right? Like,
Hey, he just received a channel membership too, and he says, "I'm still going to give you guys $5."
yeah, he's saying with the Giants losing today, they actually won. If we lose today, also the Raiders win. Where do you think we end up in the draft? So the Giants won. The Raiders, there's no way we could overtake them. So if we lose today, we go to number 2. Unfortunately, if we win, we could go up pretty high. We can go up to 6 or something at this point, right? So
I have the
pretty
I have the
nasty.
photo. If you want to share it down below, I do have the photo of that information, Jeremy.
Okay. I'm sorry. Like, is it 1 or 2?
It's 1.
Okay. There we go.
And just so you know, James Cook had the first carry. He ran for 10 yards.
Wow. Good start for us and for the Bills. So yeah, we obviously want to lose today. If we lose, we got the number 2 pick in the draft. That's pretty much how it's going to work. And then Dano could explain some of the rest as far as how far back we could fall if we were to do something stupid and win.
Correct. You know, it does depend on Washington. They still have yet to play. But with that strength of schedule of ours, yeah, we're gonna drop to 5. And then if Washington loses as well, they'll bump us down to 6. Anything past 6 has 5 wins. So I just left it off.
Okay. So there you go, guys. We don't want to go down to 6. That would be really stupid. Winning today would be a very Jets thing to do, and it would be very detrimental to our team because I don't care what anybody says. There's no cultural advantage. These are not our players. Most of these guys won't be here. We're rebuilding this team. It is nonsense at this point. There's no benefit to winning this game at all. It means absolutely nothing. Anybody that argues otherwise is just wrong. There's no way it's good to drop down to number 6 in this draft. There's no way. Number 2 is so valuable, so much more value. Even if you don't want to, even if Dante Moore doesn't come out, and even if you don't like Dante Moore or Ty Simpson, even if you don't like them, the difference between 2 and 6 is ginormous when you look at the players on the board. Right, Dana?
Right. Actually, I just double checked the point value system, and the difference between pick 2 and 6 is the equivalent of pick 16 overall.
Yeah. That's freaking huge.
Huge.
It's huge.
Yeah.
I mean, you're looking at guys like Avril Reese. You're looking at guys like Downs, the from Ohio State, also the safety. You're looking at Bain, the edge. I mean, some crazy players.
They're kind of getting on us. They want you to tell them what's happening in this game, Jeremy.
Oh, I'm sorry, guys. It's 2nd and 6. Buffalo's just crossed the 50-yard line. It's now 3rd and 1, and they're at the Jets' 49-yard line. There's 12 minutes to go in the game. So they're getting off to just a nice, calm, mellow drive. Alan Dote says, YouTube is doing you a favor in no game access. He paid $2 to say that. He pulled it.
It's a good one, though.
Looks like AbLab Studio comes in. He goes, white helmets. Nice. I like the white helmets. You know, I don't think about it too much, but I do like the white uniforms with a little green on it. Personally,
it reminds me of the Sanchez era.
Yeah. Some good. It reminds me of some good times. Maybe that's why I like it. Who knows? Let me see.
What does your game clock say,
My game clock says 29, 28, 27.
Okay.
26.
All right. We're synced up. We're synced up like 2 girls at 6th grade camp.
Yeah, it's 1st and 10, guys. Obviously, the Bills got the first down. And they're at like the 46-yard lines of our 46-yard line. So they're moving towards field goal range. That's what's happening right now. Yeah, it's 47-yard line. And let's see, are they using Josh Allen? I don't think they are. So that's why they're running. It's good running play here. Oh, that's 10, 15. Davis with Gabe Davis with like a 13, 14-yard scamper.
Mitch Trubisky.
I mean, we can almost tell them, hey, guys, rest Allen for a week. We have no intention of winning this game. You know, we'll make you a deal. You use Trubisky, you rest Allen. We'll pave the way for him to have a great day. And everybody's happy. You know, so Tony Alexio says, Tankathon. Picking second is so much more fun on PFN. Yeah, but PFN will make you think we can get Mendoza. So don't listen to it. We're not getting Mendoza.
Poor tackling on display here, folks, at Highmark Stadium. It's a poor tackling clinic out there.
That's hysterical. The Jets are. It seems like it is. Someone is saying, wait a second, there better not have been a fumble because somebody said fumble-aya, so that scares me. There better not be a fumble. No, we need to win this game. Buffalo is moving the ball, guys. It's 2nd and 1 right now. They're down. They're almost in the red zone at this point. So they're like literally at the 20.5-yard line. So 2nd and 1. They get this first down, they'll be in the red zone. Not a great run. I don't think he got there, so I think it's going to be 3rd and 1 possibly. Looks like the ref is walking right on the line of scrimmage. I think he's going to put the ball down exactly where it started. And that's surprising. I want to go up to the Jet who made that tackle and slap him in the face and say, "What are you doing, stupid?
Touchdown.
You really want more of this, stupid? You really want to play for this shitty team for another year, another 3-win season, stupid? That's what I want to do. Just call him stupid."
Dawkins is sitting out. Yeah, they got a lot of people on rest, but guess what? They're playing against other people.
First down.
Yes.
And he gets to like the 17-yard line. At John Follensby, 1375, says, thank you for the $2 super chat, says, what if the Bills roll over and let us win? That will not be good. He said, nice one. I'm assuming that was me yelling at the player, slapping the player.
You know, thank you for the $2, John. I do wonder, does Follensby, is that your last name or are you in West Virginia? Follensby, West Virginia. Shout out.
Yeah. Follensby, West Virginia. It's a good place. It's a good place. It's good. Touchdown. Nice little pass to the corner of the end zone to their tight end, number 88. Trying to see
Dawson Knox.
Dawson Knox. So a nice little touchdown there. Looks like the Bills are not rolling over and letting us win. And here it is, guys. We're down 7-0. As Billy would say, it didn't take very long. At least it wasn't like a 2-play drive, though. We got them to 3rd down a couple of times. It looks like our guys were trying hard. Was he open? Yeah, he was wide effing open. I mean, he was open. That's a good question. Was he open? Jets Bowl, he was open. Like you could call that open. That was college open. That was Oregon versus Washington State open. Okay. That was open. That was Ohio State versus Rutgers open.
You know what I'm bummed about, Chaos? I just want to take a beat here. Like, I'm bummed that the one time Brees is out, we don't even get to see Isaiah Davis get 15, 20 carries, man. That is horseshit.
Yeah. No, I really wanted to see Isaiah Davis, but I think that they're thinking he's too good. They're saying, no. We can't. We just not going to chance it. We're just not going to use anybody that's good enough to make us at all a threat. You know, Jason Edwards says, although it's the Jets thing to do, there's no possible way we win this game. However, I would like a pick 6 as our only bright spot today. I don't know if it needs to be a pick 6. Get the interception, maybe just to take that monkey off our back. But because the pick 6 scares me. But maybe if we're down, like when we're down 21 or more points to nothing, then I'll take a pick 6. How about that? Thanks for the super chat, Jason Edwards. You know we love you, Jason Edwards. You know you're the man, Jason Edwards. You know that one day we'll see each other again in the parking lot of MetLife, Jason Edwards, and we'll hang out and we'll have a drink or we'll eat a hamburger and we'll do something fun, buddy.
We got to start calling him handsome Jason Edwards, man. That pick.
Right. It's a good picture. Alan Dodds comes and goes, I'm rooting for 0 interception season. Unbeatable. Well, I mean, we will not only have been the first team to ever do it, but it's an unbreakable record. We will forever be the team with the least interception in the history of football with 0. The most anyone will ever be able to do is tie us. So,
you know what? Well, if they go to 18 games, I mean, but yeah, dude. Final answer? Do we get a pick today?
Do we get a pick? Do we get a pick today? I'm going to predict no. I don't think we're going to get a pick today. I think we're going to end the season with no picks. So Jack Follinsby says, is Green Bean okay? He hasn't been on in a while. Yeah, we know that. Green Bean is okay. I'm in communication with Green Bean. Okay. So I want everybody to know that. I chat with Green Bean. I talk to Green Bean. He's okay. We're already planning and talking about January 25th, AFC Championship game, Sunday the 25th, doing a live stream right here in this channel, just like you're seeing now, except we'll be reacting to the AFC Championship game. That's what we're hoping for. That's our target. He's just dealing with some stuff. Like in life unfortunately happens, but I promise you he's totally okay, and this shall pass, like everything other, like every challenge in our lives. He will be back, and he will give an explanation, I'm sure. I can't promise that because I'm not him, but knowing him and knowing what he's always done, he will explain the past month of his life. He's always done that. But
he's he's transparent. Yeah,
he's very transparent. But out of respect, I think it's his job to do that, not mine. So
he's also tied up in my bathtub, but I'll release him eventually.
Yeah. Mumataj Shamizi. Man, I hate not being able to see the first names.
You know what we need? We need folks to go into their account and change their @name to what their display name used to be, because you can do that, and then we won't be lost.
Right. Change your name to what your. But I know Mum. I know him. I mean, he's been forever. He's been with me and Green forever. I just never paid attention to what comes after the @ thing. But I could tell because there's enough similarity that I know who it is. We have a second-round pick right now as long as we don't win this game, correct? The Giants won. Absolutely 100% correct. Not only do we have that, but we already have the 16th pick locked up, or the 17th. We have the 17th pick locked up, and it could go as high as the 15th pick, depending on the results of Detroit and Baltimore. If Detroit and Baltimore win, we'll be at 15. And let me tell you something. I expect Baltimore to win. Are we moving the ball right now? Are you telling me?
We are. Wang Wu had a 4-yard run to open it up.
So anyway, Mums, that's the deal. We got the number 2 pick locked up as long as we lose. Jonathan Francois comes in and says, no guarantee that Moore declares. This is true. We may scare him off. I don't think it will be us that scares him off, because when you are going to be a top pick in an NFL draft, you're going to a crappy team, pretty much, for the most part.
Dude, they just showed Brady Cook's touchdown to interception ratio this season. Jeremy, any guesses on what that is?
What, 1 touchdown for every 8 interceptions, or how about 0 touchdown? No, 1 touchdown for every 7 interceptions. Correct. That's great.
Good job.
I knew he was around 6 or 7 picks, so I figured 3rd and 5 right now. For those of you who are wondering, I don't think that we're going to be the ones to scare him off. I know a lot of people think that he might stay in school. I say if you're going to be the number 2 pick in the draft, or if your agent tells you I think we're going to be top 5 in the draft, you don't walk away from $40 million guaranteed. That's my opinion. But we don't know. We're not 100% sure. We don't know that he's going to come out. It might be a 1 quarterback draft. And if that's the case, guys, we're either going to trade out and get a freaking haul of picks, which wouldn't be a terrible thing, or we're going to get a very, very good football player. We're going to get a needle. I mean, whether it's Bain, the edge, or whether it's Reese, we're going to get a very special player. Like if we want to
10.
Here we go. He overthrows a little flat pass. I mean, like that. I mean, I don't understand. I don't understand. You and me could go into a parking lot. I could throw that to you 9 out of 10 times perfectly in your chest. I promise you I could. I don't understand. The psychology of these. I mean, this is how you know someone's psychologically very weak. I just don't understand how you could be that bad. But you know what? It makes me understand why we're going to get killed today and why you're never going to see this guy in a jet. You might see him in a jet uniform next year, like playing for the practice squad. That's what you're going to see. But I mean, he's undrafted. What do you expect? It's why they didn't draft him, people. Looks like
I got some more super chats. I think.
Let me see. Oh, we got a big dick super chat. JW comes in. He says prayers with Brother Greenbean, no matter what he's going through. He's a tough guy and we love him. Absolutely. Absolutely. And he's going to be fine, guys. I really don't want to over worry ever like anyone. Like he's fine. Like he's physically, he's okay. He's probably watching right now. I mean, he's been coming in and out. He's fine. You know what I mean? Like he's going to, like everybody, like just shit in life. But you're right. He's tough and he's going to come through whatever life throws at him. And we already have like a light at the end of the tunnel. Like he already is like kind of getting it together and figuring out, when he can come back. And it looks like January 25th is very, very feasible. So, and then of course that means everything, all of his shows, all of his content, he'll be back. We'll have our green bean back. So thanks.
Well,
go ahead.
While we have a minute, Chaos, are these people going to see your lovely face next week, or will you be off until the AFC Championship game?
I don't know. I'm going to talk to him about that if he wants us to do some streaming of some playoff games. But right now, I'm so excited about the prospect of being back with Green Bean that I'm just and I want people to know. I want people to not be wondering anymore. At least you guys have a date, something to look forward to, and just like feel more reassured that he will be back. That like we will have our content back. We'll have all his great content. I know that I'm not the only one that says this. I look forward to the release of his different videos and his weekly stuff. And you know what I mean? Like his videos are like one of the things I look forward to having, that I know I'm going to have some entertainment and something of good value to watch. So we will have that back, everybody, before the end of the month. So, which is, to me, was a nice thing. It was disappointing because I wanted him to be back this week or even last week. So when he first told me, hey, probably 25th we'll get on. And, I was like, I was relieved, but also a little disappointed because it's like, I feel like I miss him as far as the content, and I know everybody else does too. But JW, thank you so much for the big dick super chat. We appreciate it. Really helps Green Bean out. You guys don't know how much it really does. So thank you for that. Is there more? Let me see. Did I miss any? Oh, where we go. Mumtaz is the first name. I know you, Mumtaz. I mean, for years you've been here. Best part, Giants beat Cowboys, so our second round pick also improves. That is true. I've been tracking that myself. That's a top 50 pick that keeps sliding up a little bit, so that's nice. If Moore declares we don't have to make trades. Yeah, I mean, I think there'll be debate. There's going to be people who don't like him. I think that I'm going to leave it as Bills big play here. They're across the 50, big 20-yard pass play to another tight end. Who's that? McLeod?
Kincaid.
Kincaid.
Yes, sir.
Dalton Kincaid. Yeah, he's wide open, guys. In case you're asking, again, Oregon versus freaking St. James College that nobody ever heard of. Like, and they're just, let's say that, like that kind of game. And you have a guy running wide open. That's what that was. That's a joke. But anyway, yeah, I've been tracking that pick too, man. Every time Dallas loses a game, for this year at least, it helps the second round pick. It's a top 50 pick. It went from when the trade happened, it was like 52, and now it's up to like 46, 45. So I'll take it. So thanks for the super chat, brother. And let's go down. It's fun scrolling down. It's like opening up presents. Here we go. Alan Jones comes back with a super chat. Again, he pulls out the little guy, and he says if Nwangu gets a kick return of 6, he gets a $500,000 bonus. Well, we'll be rooting for him to get a kick return 6 then, but only after we're down by enough points that it doesn't create stress. So
I would like to say, I think I heard today some reports that McDermott in Buffalo is safe. I've also heard that Glenn is supposedly safe. Chaos. I want your thoughts on that aspect.
wait a second. McDermott, the coach for the Bills, is safe? You mean they're not going to fire this clown? No, I knew that Aaron Glenn was safe pretty much. I was never a time where, I thought maybe a couple of weeks ago it got pretty intense. I said there's this chance that his, Brick, his grandson, goes into the office and, starts screaming, "You got to hear what Mike Donion's saying, the Jets X Factor, but deep down when they made those trades, and that's the way to look at it. When they made those trades, that was the commitment to, when they traded Quinnen and Sauce, that was the pretty much the lock that he was going to have at least the minimum of one more year. And he's going to have to, I don't know what has to happen for next year for him to secure his job. And people are going to hate to hear this, but he might win 5-6 games next year and keep his job. If it's just more competitive and they look to be going in the right direction, I don't know what's going to happen to quarterback. We'll see. But if he wins 3 games again, if it's another travesty, if we start off the season 2-8, that kind of thing, and it's just another disgusting season, I don't know how he survives that. I don't know how.
You know what? He tells us to don't let go of the rope. I would imagine his leash next year rather short.
Yeah. So the Raiders are traditionally a wild card, so you never know, especially if Moore plays great, Oregon wins it all. Yeah, look, we don't know 100%, right? Like there's still a long time to go before. Right now, I think after last week, when a lot of people shifted over, right? A lot of people shifted over, and I think it moved to like 80%, Fernando. But they're playing each other. They're playing each other. What if Moore throws 3 touchdowns and has a big game, and and Oregon wins, and what if Oregon will win that game 24-3, and Mendoza has 2 picks?
Dude, people say, "Oh, well, that's just one game," but let me tell you, man, recency bias is very large, and if Dante advances and has more games, and Mendoza ends on a sour note, I'm telling you, it will matter.
Yeah, it doesn't look like it's going to be the schedule always looks hard when you suck. So, Jeremy, you're telling us no playoffs for 10 more years? No, I'm not saying that. I don't know if 10 more years. I know. I would say there's 2-3% chance we make the playoffs next year. I don't feel very hopeful for next year at all. I don't see a path, but there have been teams, including us in history, who have done it, who have went from this bad to making the playoffs. I think the only way that happens if we ended up getting our quarterback, and that quarterback was the right quarterback. I don't see any other way around it. That was almost intercepted, by the way. We came very close. These guys don't want an interception. They just don't want to catch the ball.
They're allergic.
So he throws the ball, Trubisky. It looks like it's off the bill. It goes up in the air. It didn't really come that close. It went the wrong way. But that shows you the bad luck that the ball never bounces our way.
How bad does that Keon Coleman trade look now, man? Coleman stinks.
He is terrible. He was a big miss. Big miss for them. And that's to show you that even a team like Buffalo, who's threatening to make the Super Bowl every year, by the way, it's 4th down and 1.5. They threw it short of the sticks.
Yeah, they threw it to 13. That's Stevie Johnson, right?
Yeah. I think so we might have a stop here. It's 4th and 1. We'll see what they do. But anyway, like I was saying, even an organization like the Bills that's, competing for Super Bowls right now, they miss on picks. They make bad personnel decisions. It happens. Here we go. Snaps the ball. It's a running play. Looks like he fell over the line for a first down, although the Jets are trying to claim otherwise. Some Jets are pointing the other way, and so is the referee. It looks like it's our ball. Shit.
Boss girl.
They did life to make a stop.
If I may, boss girl, they did draft Keon Coleman, but right before that, they traded with Kansas City. They allowed Kansas City to trade with them, come up and take Xavier Worthy, and they dropped back and took Coleman. So that's why I said a trade for Coleman, because, hey, they could have sticked and picked Xavier Worthy. And how would Worthy look on Buffalo? I bet you Worthy would look better than Coleman.
Well, he'd look better than Coleman, that's for sure. Jets Worldwide wants to die. He wants me to go to Long Island and put a bullet in his head because he wants to say things that he knows I don't want to hear. So there's not going to be a comeback. We're not going to move the ball right now. We're going to come out and we're going to stink it up because we don't have a quarterback playing right now.
That also wasn't, that was not a threat. Let's make that clear. That was not a threat.
But but anyway, back to some of the things I was saying. I think that what was I saying? I think yeah, life is good. Life is good. We're gonna have the second pick overall as long as we lose this game. That's good. I don't know if Dante Moore is going to come out in the draft. I have no idea. When we have a decision on that, which we should have after the playoffs are over, January 15th, or when the playoff is over, or if Oregon gets eliminated, which we don't want to see. You're talking right now, you're looking at two West Coasters who do not want to see Oregon lose. But we will know. We're going to know. And then it's going to be the big debate. The big debate is going to be, there's always going to be this, what if Mendoza was to not get picked? Okay, but let's push that aside. No one's debating that. Everyone will say there's a chance that the Raiders surprise everybody and take Dante Moore. Fine. But the real debate's going to be, there's going to be people who say we should not take a quarterback if it's not Mendoza. There are going to be anti-Moore people, and there are going to be take Dante Moore people if he declares. That's going to be the big controversy, and that's going to be the thing we're fighting over. Don't you agree, Dano?
I do. I agree wholeheartedly. Chat's cooking, man. That's one treat that I have when I come here. It's like, I thought my chat rolled fast on Friday nights, man. Nothing. I think we already have over 100 likes, Jeremy. The people are supporting Green Bean in his absence, and I appreciate that.
Yeah. But this could be said for every quarterback every college quarterback ever, right? He doesn't have a great schedule. I mean, they played tough teams. Indiana they played a super tough conference. We're watching him play good in tough games. Yes, and he has a good team around him. So does Dante Moore. So does Ty Simpson. So does almost every great quarterback that comes out. They have great teams around them. I mean, that's an argument why I say don't rule out guys from small schools. Because we only look at quarterbacks from Ole Miss, from Alabama, from Georgia, from Penn State, from teams that are like, Oregon. Like, these are the teams we're always looking at the quarterbacks from these teams. Well, that's because it's the truth for every other one of those quarterbacks, because they're surrounded by great talent. They're playing inferior competition. That's why it's so hard to know. You think you're acting like Mendoza's the only guy that's playing with good players around him against weaker football teams sometimes. I mean, the guy just crushed Alabama. We're still going to sit there and pretend that it's weak competition? Really? Alabama's weak competition. We're not going to respect that defense?
Yeah.
I mean, what are we talking about here?
Dude,
I mean, it's every college quarterback. Every quarterback that's being picked and ranked is because they play in top schools and top programs. Right? I mean,
what I will say is, man, look at that. The Oregon-Indiana game will be a great measuring stick. These two teams already played like 2 months ago. And honestly, both quarterbacks had at least 2 quarters of football where they didn't look good. So let's see. Do either of them play way better the second time they play? Like, I feel like it is. Yeah, Bama, great game by Mendoza. Keep it going, bro. This is a team This is a team you said in your post-game interview was a hard-ass team, and you're going to watch film immediately. Right. How does that play out?
For those of you saying Alabama sucks, Alabama was a top 12 team this year. Alabama was a top 12 team. What are we talking about? Are we on drugs? I mean, now we're going to sit here and pretend that Alabama's not a top team because they weren't as good as they were normally? What do you want, Pavia? Yeah, let's take Pavia. Let's be stupid and take a bum who can't play. It's trying to say it, Rusty. Get over yourself. Pavia sucks.
You want Chambliss? Chambliss?
It's a joke. I know you sat in your living room and you liked the way he looked, Pavia. He sucks. Okay, he's not even close to being an NFL quarterback. That's why he probably won't even get drafted. Okay, so let's stop the nonsense. You want to sign him as an undrafted free agent? Fine, we'll sign him as an undrafted free agent. But you could sit there and say that Alabama sucks, they're overrated. Who cares? They suck worse than Wyoming? Isn't that where we took isn't that where Buffalo found Josh Allen? Right? I mean, it's like, give me a break. Give me a break. Alabama's system is not a friendly system for a quarterback. And that's not anti-Ty Simpson. I'm not saying don't take Ty Simpson or he's not going to be a good NFL quarterback because he plays for a good team. I'm not saying that at all. I'm just saying that we always look at quarterbacks from the same 8 teams, don't we? Every year it feels like you could name the 8 teams that we're looking at quarterbacks from. So, I mean, it's the reality is when you look around the league, there are quarterbacks that came from smaller schools and there are quarterbacks that came from great programs. They come from everywhere. You have to look at the player, right? So we don't know. I mean, the argument against Mendoza, you could talk about his arm strength. You could talk about how he is under pressure. I don't want to hear about the schedule and the players around him. Of course he has a favorable thing. I know that. I know he has a favorable situation. Nobody's denying that. Nobody's denying he doesn't have a favorable situation. But so Dante Moore has a favorable situation. Why does every Oregon Duck quarterback get drafted into the NFL? Because they play in a favorable situation. Right? I mean, let's who are we fooling here? I mean, just because you don't like a guy, you have to start inventing shit. Like people are gonna start inventing things. It's like crazy.
You know what I'm tired of hearing invented? Dante Moore. I'm a Mendoza stan, and I'm gonna tell you that Dante Moore can't get past read number 1. That is invented. Okay. Watch Joe Blewett, man. He'll show you plays where it's reads 3 and 4. So it's fine to love Mendoza, to want him first. It's fine. You do not have to trash the other guy just because you want Mendoza. Just say you want Mendoza.
Right. I don't understand why everyone has to trash everybody else. It's like, if you're not convinced on Mendoza, fine, you're not convinced, but we gotta make up things. The guy is doing the guy is doing pretty damn good for the situation he's in. He's in
Indiana football. Indiana, bro. He's got them in the Final Four.
Right. I don't understand. I mean, like, and you saw the passes he's thrown. You see that he's throwing to covered guys with great ball placement. Watch the film. It's on the film. You could sit there and say whatever you want. The guy is throwing foot passes to players who have a half a step that are well covered because he has one receiver that might get picked in the 2nd or 3rd round. He doesn't have the elite receivers. He's throwing to 8 different receivers. And I didn't even want to get into a quarterback thing. I don't even care about evaluating quarterbacks anymore. But it's just ridiculous to say. Like you literally could barely ever pick a quarterback if you're then you're just a small town quarterback guy. You just want to pick quarterbacks from small teams that don't win. I don't know what to say. I mean, it's like if they come from a small school, there are people who complain. I never heard of him. I don't know him. I don't like his stats. And they forget the fact that the guy comes from a small school that played against superior competition. Then you get a guy that plays for a really good team. And it's not go. He plays for a good team, so nothing he does is good enough. How about just watching the film? You know what I mean? How about just watching the film and actually watching instead of just making ridiculous rules on whether you could tell a quarterback is good? How about actually buying the All 22 that you could buy on Patreon from people and actually watch real film? And then you can make
a lot of people say, bro, that's too much work. I'm going to trust other people's opinion. You know what? Actually, it's not. We're going to be discussing this for over 3 months.
Big pass for by the way.
Like Chaos said, man, spend $5 on a Patreon that has the film. Go invest even 2 hours of your time, and you can actually form your own opinion for the next 3 months rather than trust someone else's. It's actually well worth $5.
And even if you want to trust someone else's, it's still, to me, that's why I'm not going, I haven't looked at enough this year. I've been too busy. So it's like, I'm not going to, based on what other people say, just repeat shit that I hear and say things like, oh, Mendoza's not good because he plays with a good offense around him, because you heard someone say that. Or this person's not good because, or it's just ridiculous. It's ridiculous. People just invent things. It's like I see one right now. Mendoza stares down his receiver. It's so stupid. Like, actually watch film. You see his head moving. He goes through progressions. That's why he is a top prospect right now, because of the fact that he sits in the pocket and reads through progressions. So it's like you're just making things up that aren't true. It's just unbelievable to me how people just invent things that they want to believe.
Yeah.
It's like,
you know why I want
thing. It's just not true. Both Dante Moore and Mendoza, from what I've seen, go through progressions. They're clearly turning their head. Watch them when they're in the pocket. They're turning their head. They're looking different directions.
Yeah, I am with you. They both have #1 receivers that could go top 50. Hell, Moore has Sadiq, who could go top 20. Surratt in Indiana is a beast. So like even that cancels each other out. Dude, I think either one is a viable strategy for us this year. I just think you have to teach them and prepare them differently. So which one is better for our incoming staff? And which one is not, which one's better for New York, which one's not. I mean, it's a whole ass algorithm. I think both guys are going to be very good in interviews, very good. So yeah, we'll see, man. Let's put it this way, man. The Raiders are going to have their choice first. They are.
Yeah. Now this is the stuff I like to see. We don't know. We all know nothing. Yes. Thank you very much. Drafting a quarterback is a gamble. Thank you very much. That's what I'm saying. Nobody knows. You all think you know. You don't know.
That's why we want pick #2, because you don't want to trade up assets on a gamble. Like they said, it's a gamble. Let's stick and pick.
Pavia would be fantastic in a little person league. Is he short? Is Pavia short?
Oh my God. Yes. That's the #1 trolling argument against him. He's like 5'9", 5'10".
And you can't argue against statistics. Like
they'll say he's 5'11", man. He is not. He's not.
You can't argue against statistics. So I'll tell you this one. If you're going to be 5'9", 5'10", and be a prospect, you better be special. You better be so special. You better be so incredible and amazing. Because statistically, you have to be an outlier to be a successful NFL quarterback and be that short. Like, you have to be an outlier. You have to be magical. So is he magical? I don't know.
Will you highlight Catherine's comment at the bottom, Jeremy? I want your thoughts on that comment from Catherine.
Find it. 1 second. On the bottom? Oh. We don't know, and you all certainly don't know. Yeah. I like that comment. You know how we don't know? You know why we don't know? Because the NFL scouts don't know. The people who do it for a living, who do nothing all year, every day of their work, 8 hours a day is staring at film, going to games, watching, talking to agents, talking to the players, analyzing film over and over again. And they're wrong all the time. Right? They're wrong all the time. So wrong. And anybody who says that they're right every time, every year, because we always talk about the players that we get right. Right? Like, I'll do it. I do it too. I pat myself on the back. Garrett Wilson told you he'd be good. You know, do we ever talk about the players we get wrong? Like, nope. The next year we just go back right on our horse and pretend we know more than anybody else. Nobody knows. That's who I doubt. The second I bump into anybody who pretends they know, that's the person I doubt. Because I
recoil.
That's when I recoil. That's what makes me think, okay, there's a person who's full of crap. Yeah. Because nobody knows. We have opinions. We have feelings. We have guys that we like. We have our gut feelings. But at the end of the day, they're just opinions. They're just
You know what? See, I think you can accurately know and evaluate someone based on their existing film. But as soon as they say how the guy projects to the pro level, which guy you should select first, you don't know. Because each staff wants different assets and attributes, but you can, I do believe you can break down who was better in college. As soon as you start saying one guy needs to be drafted ahead of another and are adamant about it, I can't. You lose me. You lose me.
Yeah. I mean, and here, Billy, yeah, some short quarterbacks do compensate, right? Some of them do. Some offensive linemen who have under 32-inch arms are able to be tackles, right? 8% of the tackles in the league. Okay, but 8%. It's the same thing. It's like if you write down right now the height of every starting quarterback in the NFL and then rank them, and then you do that for the last 20 years and then rank them, do a correlation. And show me how many quarterbacks are 5'10" on that top list and where they rank and everything. And is it a common thing or is it an outlier thing?
Right. Right. Well, Jeremy, we are down a rabbit hole. Let's check in on the game, okay?
Yeah, we should check in on the game because the Buffalo has the ball. They are running for a touchdown. It looks like maybe all the way down to the 10. He won't get tackled. 5 fumbles.
Fumble!
And the Jets
Fumble
will
Rooski!
in the end zone.
McCrary. No, Jermaine. Oh, they're saying he was down. They're saying he was down.
First
saying he was down.
First and goal.
Let me. And before you were cooking there, brother, Buffalo had a 4th and 4 that they went for, and they got.
I'm so glad that was good. Good on Jermaine Johnson for falling on it. Glad that he was down and it's not a fumble. If it's not a fumble, they still might overturn.
Ooh, that looked like a fumble.
Okay, so now here's the thing we have torn. As much as I don't
like a fumble.
Right, that looked like a fumble. And here's one thing I want to say. Malachi Moore might be, it could be a fumble. Malachi Moore might be a future part of this team. That's a good thing for us to see that. Watching Malachi Moore make that play for us, I don't want to win the game, but that's a positive thing for us to see.
Challenge it.
It looked like there's a penalty. It was a penalty anyway. They snapped the ball. We're safe. Bills throw the pass. A horrible pass. Could have been an interception, but then again, they're playing the Jets, so there was no chance that was going to be an interception.
Chaos, can you edit the ticker down at the bottom by any chance?
Oh, I probably could. Thanks for noticing that. Is it totally?
Well, no. I mean, it's fine. Phil, our moderator down there, wondered if we could, maybe put that green bean is okay in that ticker. I don't know if that's something you want to do or not, but I figured I'd mention it.
Okay.
Because we just had another person joining us late wondering where the man, the myth, the legend might be.
Okay.
All right. So we got another 4th down for Buffalo. Oh, a flag on the play on the Jets. Oh boy. Looks like another 1st down for Buffalo. Darn. We're getting there. We're getting there, baby. We're getting there. And by there, I mean the number 2 pick overall.
Okay.
Face mask on Smith.
Is it working? Wait, it didn't go on automatically.
You might have to enable it if you edited it.
Oh, here we go.
There you go.
Okay.
That will hopefully help. Thank you, sir. Appreciated your click clack in there. That was awesome.
Yeah. So anyway, like I was saying, the Bills might score right now. It's 1st and 10. That was a huge penalty. That was 2nd and 20, and now all of a sudden they got 1st and 10 on the 11-yard line. So that's a good thing. And I'm gonna throw it back out there again. Finally, I'm just gonna say, I don't know, man. I don't know anything about quarterbacks. I know one thing: if the Jets take a quarterback, I sure hope he's good. That's what I'll say.
Yeah.
If the Jets draft a quarterback, I sure hope he's good.
See, and for me, it's more about the sunk cost. He's going to be a dart throw. Can we stick and pick him, please? We might be able to if we're pick number 2. Trubisky.
Why are they struggling in the freaking red zone? Just score, you morons! Did you just score already? I mean,
3rd and 5.
It's the Jets. We stink. All of a sudden, they decided to cover the short across passes. All of a sudden, we decided to put a scheme in that defends against short passes. We haven't done it all year. Now, when it doesn't matter, we don't want to win. Suddenly, somebody figured out. They wrote on a whiteboard, hey, maybe we should cover a guy if he's coming across the field 5 yards past the line of scrimmage. That's what I'm seeing.
What's the score for the Bills? Someone asked.
Wildcat from Johnson, and he's in. Former Jet Ty Johnson in for a touchdown.
The score for the Bills, someone just asked, is 13, about to be 14-0 potentially.
About to be 14-0. I think that deserves celebration. There you have it. The Bills score, further cementing our number 2 pick overall in the draft. And that might be the first time we've ever played the Jets chant for the other team scoring a touchdown.
So someone in the chat, Iowa Jets, Havmo, you know Havmo. He's wondering if Vegas were to win, does that change anything? Could you possibly throw Tank 1 up there one more time and we could look at it and answer him?
Explain it again, Danger Zone.
Okay, so if Vegas wins and we lose, oh man, that strength of schedule is going to be tight. It does appear, though, that Vegas can win and still stay number 1. But yeah, 5 1,000ths of a strength of schedule difference between us and them. So they will nudge us out, I believe. And what we can do, though, is if we lose this game, we can hop Tennessee. And that is what we are hoping today.
Yeah, we got to hope. If man, we got to hope. We got to hope. We got to make that happen. I want that pick. I want the pick.
Let me ask you an honest question here, Chaos. A very serious question, mind you. Very serious. Is this game currently out of reach?
This game is almost out of reach because of who our quarterback is. But you never really know. I mean, obviously, we've seen crazier things happen in football, but I mean, I feel pretty safe given that we have Brady Cook playing quarterback, who, by the way, is an undrafted free agent. In case I never said that before. What is Tank 2 all about? Can you explain Tank 2 to me?
Yes, that's the Colts pick.
Oh, okay.
And that's where it's sitting at 15. And it's going to stay 15 unless Detroit lose or the Ravens lose, because the Lions or the Ravens can both hop the Colts there.
Yeah. And we're going to put this up. This is an interesting thing. Alan Dodds, man. I remember I told you this is the kind of guy that if you have trouble with your motherboard and your computer and you need somebody who can go into your computer and maybe change the motherboard out, Alan Dodds is your guy. Or, if you wrote some Dungeons and Dragons, you're having a fight, 2 people are fighting over a decision about like the rules of the game and everything. Alan Dodds could be your guy that kind of works it out and comes up with a solution. Well, Alan Dodds also comes up with a lot of interesting stats and information. He says that if Ty Johnson gets 2 touchdowns and 57 receiving yards, he gets a $375,000 bonus. Now, people might not think that's a big deal, because they're thinking these guys make so much money anyway. First of all, Ty Johnson doesn't make that much money. And I don't care. Unless you make millions, $375,000 is still $375,000. So
more than I'll make in the next decade.
Thank you, Alan Dodds, for your other super chat. And we have a super chat from this guy named Danger Zone. He has a funny looking beard. He goes, we want Hooker. We want Hooker. I think he wants Hooker. We want Hooker. I would love to see Herndon Hooker just to see what he can do, what it looks like after 9-10 weeks off and then practicing for a couple of weeks.
If they get to 21, if they get to 21-0 here in the second quarter, I give him the second half. Chat, do you agree, or do you think that that's still scary?
Who's hurt? Somebody's hurt. A Jet is hurt, guys. and he's rivaling in pain. It might be Rucker. Don't know.
Tight. It's the tight end. The captions are telling me. Yeah.
Rucker,
Oh,
hit in the face.
they poked him in the eye, man. They put.
Oh,
they
it's
did
just
the
eye
3. Huh?
Just an eye poke. Okay, nothing crazy.
Yeah.
No knee or
Three
anything.
Stooges. You know.
Just an eye poke. Edutainment Me comes in, and he's now this is $2 Canadian, which, by the way, the Cadbury chocolate that they eat in Canada is not like the Cadbury chocolate that we get here. They get the English version of it, much creamier and much more delicious. I just wanted to throw that in. What are the chances of Banjo getting poached? I think it would be really difficult to poach him because it would be. I don't think coaches like to make lateral moves, and I don't know if they're allowed if he's under any kind of contract. I don't think he's allowed to make a lateral move, right? And I'm imagining they signed him to a 3-year deal or something. I don't know. We'd have to look into that.
You know, Glenn brought him in. If Glenn is here next year, so too will he, in my opinion.
Yeah, he's not going to start burning bridges. He's not. I mean, you got a guy. He was an assistant special teams coach who was being heavily recommended by Sean Payton. And here comes Aaron Glenn and says, "Okay, we're going to give you the promotion. We're going to give you the shot." He comes here. He has tons of success. He's beloved by the fan base. He's the only coach probably in the room that we love. He's the most loved coach on our staff. He's had a tremendous amount of success. He's got the tools still coming back, probably these same players. It doesn't make sense that he would make a lateral move. It just doesn't make sense. And it's too soon to give him any other kind of first year, so you're not going to suddenly make him, what kind of promotion could you even give him? I don't know what his background is, what his qualifications are, but nah. I would love to see Herndon Hooker come in. And I think Tony, the GM, would tell you that it would be a good move for us to take a look at the kid.
Do you remember Chris Herndon, Chaos?
Tight
end.
Herndon, of course. Didn't we trade him didn't we get like a 4th round pick for him?
You might be right, but when you talk about Hendon Hooker, I feel you're adding the two together. Herndon Hooker. It's Hendon.
Oh, I thought it was Herndon Hooker. It's Hendon Hooker. That sounds like Hendon Hooker.
There you go.
That Hooker. Hendon Hooker. Get your hand out of that. That's a Hendon Hooker.
Clip it, guys. That's hilarious. I did not even think of that.
30-yard line, Jets. We're on our own 30. Brady Cook fades back and throws a 2-yard pass. And he looks stylish doing it, too.
Don't call it a comeback.
Don't call it a comeback. I've been here for years. I like it when Brady Cook walks around like he's like he's a real quarterback. He's like, oh yeah, tough
yeah.
Tough there.
He's gonna be showing this to ladies at the bar for the rest of his life.
Here comes Alan with the information. 4th round pick for Herndon to the Vikes. Yep. I remember that trade. That was a good deal. We ran the ball for about 5 or 6 yards. It's going to be like 3rd and 3, I want to say. 3rd and 3 for those of you that can't watch. Here, I knew Tony was going to come in and say something about Hooker. Hooker has arm talent, can throw, but he never played in an NFL offense. Ain't that right, Rusty Spooner?
Well, Tony, hey, good thing for him. This isn't an NFL offense.
Do you know why Tony loves Rusty?
Right in.
You know why Tony loves Rusty Spooner? Do you know why? Because Rusty Spooner is a savage. That's why.
Savage.
He's a savage. Jets at worldwide. Member for 4 months. It looks like a first down for the Jets here. It's a 4th down. Whoa. Hey. Oh, after. No need for that. No need to hurt my friend Herbert. Leave Herbert alone. Okay. Jets Worldwide comes in. Well, not the best looking guy, but he's a nice guy. Can you work the word skiddly do into the conversation every once in a while to remind us of Green Bean? I can't believe that I haven't done that. Because I'm a big skittle to doer, Also, I should start singing to myself because Green Bean does a little singing sometimes. Sometimes he'll just start singing.
Here we go.
He's running around like a lunatic. He dodges a hit. He runs across the line of scrimmage and up the middle for about a 5-yard gain.
You know what I want to see in the second half? I want to see a hooker run a naked boot.
You know what I think Brady Cook just did? He went skiddly diddly do, and he did with his feet, and he ran for halfway to a first down.
Like a dancing bear out there, man.
Yeah. 13-0 Lions. That's a good thing, right? That's good news.
Yes.
That's good news.
That's good news.
Thank you for that information. That's what we want, guys. Ruckert is alive and well. Well, that's good to see, you know. Mr. Ruckert, I'm referring to Jeremy Ruckert's father, you know, has definitely watched the Green Bean channel at some point or another. We know that because he sure as hell recognized Green Bean when he saw him in a training camp once. Here are the Jets on 3rd and 2. And it looks like a running play stopped just short of the first down. So it's going to be 4th and inches. Miami's putting up a fight against New England down 14-7. But yes, Detroit's up 13-0 on Chicago. That's beautiful. Denver is 10-0 over the Chargers. And Philadelphia is having a war with Washington, tied all at 7. And Vegas and Kansas City are tied at 3. That Vegas game doesn't really mean as much as it did. If the Giants would have won, if the Giants would have lost, that Vegas game would be very interesting. But as we have it, it means nothing. Brady Cook throws the ball like a lunatic. He tried to pitch it forward to his player, and it went loose and out of bounds. And even Aaron Glenn is shaking his head. He's like, "Come on, man." That's what he's saying. He's like, "Come on, man." Like
that an option play? An option play?
Like an option. And he's being tackled, and he threw the ball and missed the running back. And luckily,
that was not
rolled out of bounds.
It was not an RPO. It was just an R-poo.
Yeah. Surprised the Jets didn't pick up Carter. Our running back room is depleted. Carter being Michael Carter isn't. He's still playing for Arizona, isn't he? Did they cut him?
Still there. Yeah. Well, you know what? He's been cut and added to the practice squad, I think the maximum number of times. But guess what? He's playing over there. And
he's playing.
Yeah. So we'll see. We'll see what the running back room next year looks like. That's what I'm interested in.
Boss girl getting into it. She's saying, I want to see a hooker go deep.
How deep?
So this game is going about how we thought it would. Yeah. Hey, look, it's not. I thought it would be worse. I thought we'd be down 28-0 by now. Skiddly do for 5 yards and a few. Skiddly do, everybody. He did. Green Bay would come in and he'd be like, "Hey man, skiddly diddly do. I'm gonna."
You know what? That I love that. I love that metaphor or whatever you want to call that. As long as we don't start getting into skibbity toilet, then I might have to check out here.
Yeah. Watch it, Tony the GM. Watch it. Or I'll give out your real name. He's in the witness protection program. So the Meadowlands Swamp Thing comes in and goes, "Why do we care about Lion Bears Indy pick?" Yes, we care because of the Indy pick. If the Lions beat the Bears, that let me put this back up. So right now you could see that Detroit is at 16 and the Indianapolis pick is at 15. If Detroit was to lose, Indianapolis pick would fall behind Detroit. So in order for the Colts pick to stay at 15, Detroit and Baltimore must win. We need Detroit and Baltimore to win. And then we stay at 15. Guys, I cannot express enough. I mean, I have, so people know. Some people don't care. Some people do care. I know Phil Adams cares how big of a deal it is that this pick has become the 15th pick. When we made this trade, it was the 31st pick when we made this trade. And it is now the freaking, if this could all stand and Baltimore wins, we are looking at the 15th pick, which is just tremendous.
Some super chats.
The 15th pick could be a really high quality player.
Dude, the 13th pick 2 years ago, Brock Bowers. The 14th pick 1 year ago, Tyler Warren. Might I say the 15th pick this year, Kenyon Sadiq? Dude, could that guy help our offense? Damn right he could.
Jason Edwards wants to start a fight with everybody. He's saying who's the top best free agent quarterback to pick up next year. I think Malik Willis is a free agent. He's the backup for Green Bay that a lot of people are throwing his name around. Is there any other names you could think of? I know Daniel Jones is probably going to re-sign with the Colts, and he's not going to be ready for the season anyway. So Daniel Jones is out. You got Malik Willis. Anyone else you could think of that you happen to know is a free agent?
Yes, Marcus Mariota.
Okay, that would be a bridge. That would be a bridge quarterback.
Possibly Russ Wilson, I believe. And not the only Wilson. There's another one that might be available if you guys are interested. His name's Zach.
All possible Zach Wilson. All possible bridge quarterback. I mean, I think we're talking about mostly bridge quarterbacks. I think Malik Wilson would give you some possibility of the answer. Like it would be what Justin Fields was supposed to be. It would be bridge quarterback. We sign him to maybe 2 years guaranteed most. Nothing that we can't get out of, right? And then if suddenly he lights it up, we extend them and we have our quarterback and we don't have to draft one. I think that's what Malik Willis would represent. And I think that's the kind of deal he's going to get no matter where he goes. He's going to get a prove-it deal, like a 2-year, 3-year deal, 2-year guarantee kind of deal somewhere. That's what Malik Willis is going to get.
Yeah, I think top end 3 for $50. We'll see. But there was another super chat, I believe, as well, Jeremy. As the Buffalo Bills are inside the 10, they're down to the 2-yard line, 3rd and 1.
Who at 2 and why? Who at 2 and why? I mean, I think if Dante Moore comes out into the draft and the Jets like him, if they're, there's going to be GMs that like him and ones that don't. We still have to watch him play again in the interviews. We've watched him a lot. We haven't just went and watched scouted Mendoza. We've scouted Moore a lot. So that kind of tells me there's a lot of interest in him. So I'm guessing they're going to take Dante Moore if he comes out. If he doesn't go to the Raiders, which is likely that he won't.
Easy.
Bills are in for the touchdown.
Touchdown,
Bills.
Easy. Yeah. We cannot cover the flat. When a team is inside the 5, we cannot cover the flats, man. Let me ask you that. Before you get
I just had to do that as we go take another step further to securing the number 2 pick in the draft.
Who can help us cover the flats? Is it only Sonny Styles or is there others, Jeremy?
I mean, there's a guy named Hill. That's probably more towards the end of the first round. So he'd be a guy that you could. I mean, there's a guy in the second round. There's a couple of guys. The kid from Texas. There's a couple of good linebackers that are going to be early second round, late first round as well. But I think that Sonny Styles and Averill Reese are the 2 needle movers. Like those other guys could be needle movers, or they might just be okay, good, solid linebackers. But I think that Sonny Styles is a guy that could become the Sonny Styles and the New York Jets are coming to play the Indianapolis. Like he could be that guy they put on the picture. Like he
might have the best name. I know Green Bean is a fan of guys' names in the draft process, man. I have a feeling he's going to glom on to Sonny freaking Styles, man. We need some styles on this defense. He could be one.
Yeah, I see him being I see Sonny Styles being a needle mover, but he's definitely a guy we would hope to get at 15. The only linebacker we would take, at 2 if we went positional is obviously Reese. Or you're going to look at the edge from Miami. You're going to look at Bain, and then there's Caleb Downs, who's a safety. Hard to imagine a safety going overall second overall in a draft, though. It's very hard to imagine that.
Dude, do you feel deja vu, Jeremy? 21-0 again.
21-0, man. It just took a little bit longer, but it's the same result, right? Jake Asman comes in. He's a big fan of the show. And he says Brady Cook and Aaron Glenn belong together. Perfect. Yeah, I mean, look, here's Jake Asman is not a fan of Aaron Glenn. And it would be interesting if we did get a quarterback and next year we came in and won 7-8 games and it looked a lot better and we're going in the right direction. And then we came in, spent a whole bunch of money, had 3 first-round picks, added more talents, filled some holes, came out and made the playoffs, and Aaron Glenn leading the way. And it would be really, it's going to be, if that was to happen, I think, aside from being a Jets fan and loving to see it, I think I'd be as excited just because I would love to then watch Jake Asman's content and to see what he says. But thanks for the super chat. Jonathan Francois comes in. He says 40-0 to Mitch Trubisky incoming. Yeah, I mean, I think that we knew this was coming, right? I thought it would have been worse a lot sooner, to be honest. But thank you for supporting the channel and supporting Green Bean, brother. You know we love you.
Do you think our defense would? Do you think our defense would make Brady Cook look good?
I think that's. I would pay money to be a fly on the wall at this practice. Like, what's going on in those practices? I would love to see that. To see if, I mean, he's pretty bad, man. It's a lot of his stuff is like unforced errors. So, like, did you just see that pass? He just threw a pass to Mechie. That was more to the two Bill defenders.
It was a hospital ball.
It was a what ball?
A hospital ball.
Yeah.
Because if you try to catch it, you're going to the hospital.
Right. I mean, he is. I mean, thank God a lot of people aren't arguing anymore about it. Well, it's not fair. He doesn't have a good offense around. I mean, pretty much all the Brady Cook supporters have fizzled away.
Let him cook. Let him cook.
They've all fizzled away and shut their mouths. But but that's what I mean before when I said nobody stands by their mistakes, right? They always move on and pretend they know everything. It's like to everybody that was sitting there saying how good Brady Cook was going to be. I mean, are you ready to just say, okay, I was wrong? It's okay. It doesn't mean you're dumb. It doesn't mean you're bad. It's okay. It's okay to say I was wrong. Everybody knows it. I was one of the biggest supporters of Zach Wilson. I loved him. I thought Zach Wilson was going to be a great quarterback. There, I said it. I own it.
Don't unsubscribe, please.
I mean, I thought he was going to be good. I was wrong. I was just simply wrong. I should have listened to Tony, the GM.
4th and 1. Brady Cook picks it up. Maybe he is good.
Maybe he is good. Comics and stuff says if Dante doesn't declare, do we trade down? I think if somebody makes us a stupid offer, I like to get stars. I'm not against taking a guy like Avril Reese or Bain. I love getting stars. I think it's great for a team to have a star. But we have so many holes that if somebody made us a stupid offer, like let's say Dante Moore's on the board and the Jets don't like Dante Moore. Let's say that was the case. And somebody made a stupid offer. When I say stupid, I mean like what the Niners did, right? If somebody offers us freaking 3 number ones and like some other stuff on top of it, like this year's second, their number 1, their number 2nd, and 2 years of number 1s. I'm certainly not going to complain. I'm certainly not going to complain. Sorless says, throw out Hooker. Well, it's easy to say throw out Hooker when you're soreless, but if you throw out Hooker for too long, or if you're with Hooker for too long, you might not be soreless anymore. I was just trying to figure out a way to set that up. Throw out Hooker in the second half just for fun. I think it would be fun. I would like to see him come out because it's just, we need something. This is boring as shit. Like, we need something, give us something.
Yeah. I mean, we're scoreboard watching for the most part. It does look like,
I'm sorry. Go ahead.
Well, the Lions are up 13-0. Very good. Thank you. Yeah. I'll take that. Because again, if the Lions win, then the Colts pick stays 15th. If the Lions lose,
Brady Cook
drops to 16.
Brady Cook just made a beautiful pass to Mechie, and I will say this, and it's so interesting that they waited for it to not matter, but for the first time all season, it feels like they threw the ball past the sticks on 3rd down. They threw the ball
Hopefully-
past the sticks on 3rd down. It's like a miracle.
They did. They did. I do. Let me just say, I do think Brady Cook is slightly better when he can escape the pocket and throw on the run. But dude, the deficiencies are just overwhelming. We can't. You know what I want to ask you? Jeremy. Sorry, I got like goldfish memory right now. My mind's going all over the place. Do you know our starting O-line today, brother?
I saw Tipman was in there, so I know Tipman was in there.
They're all in there, baby. You know what that means?
They're getting their continuity, getting their reps, and they're planning on having him back next year.
They also played all 17.
Oh.
Ah.
Oh, somebody had a hot take before the year started after the AVT injury. After the AVT injury, Dano's hot take was that all of our 5 offensive linemen would play all 17 games. And that is pretty amazing. It actually happens.
Called shot like Babe Ruth. Also lucky as hell because Simpson got banged up. Tippmann got banged up. They both said, screw it. I'm going to keep playing. Love the resiliency from these guys. Even though it's self-serving, I commend them.
I'm not against taking a wide receiver, but this is just not true. Like Garrett Wilson had 1 injury. I mean, he may have been banged up a little like any other football player, but if anything, this is the opposite of reality. He's not always injured. He's actually very tough and very resilient. I've seen him shake off a lot of injuries. He's a man. He plays in pain. He plays hurt. He's had 1 injury. It would have been for 3 or 4 weeks. He would have been back. He wanted to come back the next week. They probably had to control him and calm him down. And then they shut him down because we're tanking. So he wouldn't have. He'd be in now. He would have been in for the last few weeks. So it's not like he's injured and he's not able to play. They shut him down. So I just disagree with that. But I do agree with the fact that we need another wide receiver. Like I'm not against going after a WR1. I don't care. Have 2 WR1s. People can fight all they want. I don't care. Like about who's the number 1. I don't care. Put Lemon on the other side of Garrett Wilson. I'm Lemon and Wilson all day long, baby. Just hopefully Lemon won't be a lemon if we pick.
Yeah. Going from a lemon to the lemon, I'm okay with. What I will say is if we were to slide back, I do want to stay in that 4 to 5 range. Chaos. I don't know if you would go further than that. I mean, obviously we get paid to go further than that, but 4 to 5 range, you're still getting a Bain, a Reese, the top wide receiver, whoever literally falls to us. You can still be very happy about that and also still have an extra second or an extra third. Not bad.
Yeah, we could end up getting the guy we wanted anyway. You know what I mean? Like it could be that we wanted Bain and we trade and flip with somebody like the Giants or what. I'm just throwing it out like any random thing. Right, you're right, for like an extra 2nd round pick, and we get the guy anyway. Like that's not even because the Giants aren't going to take an edge. I guarantee you the New York Giants are not taking an edge, for example.
Yeah,
right.
Correct. So, it's like, dude, it's like Mendoza. If Moore returns to school, it's Mendoza. Then it's like 4 or 5 guys that are all just who you like better. You know what I mean? So pick in 4 or 5, you can get that next grouping. Still get it. And also not have to, because I think after our 4 top 50 picks, we have 1 selection the next 120. If we could trim that down and beef up our rounds 3 and 4, that's ideal.
Yeah. Hey, before the second half, I got to do this. So let me set this up here. God, man, it takes me forever, which makes it very painful for all of us to watch. Like, look at Jeremy fumbling all over himself, trying to get this done. Guys, you think you know football? Then try to turn your football knowledge into real money with the Sleeper app, the ultimate fantasy sports app that can turn game day into payday. Just download the Super app and pick up more or less on your favorite players. With more stats than any other daily fantasy app, just choose 2 or more of your favorite players from the pregame or live. Pick more or less from the predicted stats, and you could win up to 100 times your money. if your picks win, use promo code Green Bean. Nothing that starts with an O, nothing that ends with a Y, nothing that sounds Irish. The promo code is Green Bean, and you'll get up to $100 match on your first deposit. Terms and conditions apply. See Sleeper's terms and use for details. Okay? And if you use the promo Green Bean and you get the $100 match on your first deposit, terms and conditions will apply. I said that, but I'm saying it again because it tells me to say it again and make sure that you know that. Currently operational in over 25 states. Check out the Sleeper app today. I use Sleeper app for my Survivors thing where, you know, you pick every week a game and everything. They do fantasy football. Again, the playoffs are coming. It's a great time to get that $100 match. It's a great time to do the Sleeper app because you know all the teams are going to be playing to win. They're going to be using their best players. So you're not going to get screwed because it's like a meaningless game or anything like that. Really good time. The Jets are going to be out of it. You want to make the games interesting. I love doing it. I love picking things like, is Henry going to go over 100 yards rushing against Pittsburgh today? Like, you know, and you could even make it like 130 yards and make it like longer odds so you get paid more. You could do all kinds of cool things like that. So check it out. Sleeper app. Use the code use the code word Green Bean. Green Bean. Okay. And that's that.
3rd and 14.
Get the hell out.
Oh my gosh, he threw it to a ghost of a wide receiver that wasn't there. Sleeper. Use, you know what, if you've never used Sleeper, you know what, I like to dabble in gambling. I like to sprinkle around the scenery, and if you've never had Sleeper, that's when you want to join it. Use the code and get the perks, place a few bets, cash in on those perks you just got, and then bounce. Go to DraftKings, do the same thing, bounce. FanDuel, bounce. Like, at least take advantage of the initial benefits that you can get using code Greenbean.
Hey, look at that. We're punting. And this is we're the best. Like, if that counts and it's not a touchback, it's a touchback. That's touchback, right?
I don't know. The one guy had it lined up at the 1.
Okay.
Let's see it again.
The rule is you can't be the player that hits it can't be in the end zone when he hits it.
No, that's good. That's at the 1.
I mean, they got to call a challenge if they don't give him that. I'm telling you, this is by far the best part of our football team. It's like absolutely no doubt about it. Like, I mean, it's like when it comes to special teams, if you only watched all Jets special teams plays for the whole year without any regular football, you would think we're a Super Bowl team.
Credit to Arian Smith on the grab, and he passed it to Wangwu down at the 2-yard line.
Unbelievable. 21-0. We still get to celebrate Malachi Moore for almost stripping the ball and causing a fumble. So that's nice. We still get to celebrate our punter, who's going to be back next year. We still apparently have good special teams. I don't know. Anything else we could celebrate?
You know what I want to ask you, because it was Arian Smith that saved that ball from going in the end zone. Second half, would you have him running routes the entire time?
Sure, why not? Why not? I mean, just give the kid a chance. Throw him a couple of bombs. What the hell? Let's have some fun. Beanbaggers FF League just ended. Won by Harry this season. Harry Wiener won. Here's to the Wiener on Sleeper app. That's great. So they use Sleeper app, and Harry Wiener won fantasy. That's great. You sly guy, Harry Wiener. You funny guy. You sitting in the bar watching.
Hey. Become a beanbagger, and you can take the trophy from Harry Wiener next year. But you gotta get on the Patreon, the memberships, all that. Get into Discord. End of the first half. Chaos. Do we have
in total fear of us and our ferocious defense? The Bills just sat on the ball.
Do we have anyone joining us at halftime?
Do we have anybody? We might have a guest at halftime. I don't know 100%. I can't guarantee that. I mean, people are really checked out. You know what I mean?
Yeah, I do. I do.
This would be amazing if they took Reese, Tate, CJ Allen. So you want 2 linebackers. That would be pretty insane. And the safety. That would be a lot of defense, though. No offense at all. I mean, I kind of want an offensive weapon. I mean, I think the one I would stray from saying we need 2 linebackers. I mean, if we grab Reese, I would think we're good for this year. You know, you build it slow, but you got to spread it around how you're developing each room. I don't know, but I wouldn't complain. That would be amazing. I mean, that's an amazing collection of talent. Oh, Tate would be the wide receiver. So no, I mean, that looks pretty damn good. That looks pretty damn good to me. I mean, I guess there's nothing wrong. I think instead of CJ Allen, I love CJ Allen. So, I mean, I wouldn't be terrible, but I do kind of want an edge, you know. But then again, if we had Reese and Hill, they're guys who can blitz. Maybe it's time we bring in a defensive coordinator that just completely goes a different direction than what we've been doing for the last 5. It's too similar. Like, you know what I mean? Like maybe it's I want the stand-up pass rushers. Can we go to can we have a guy that plays linebacker like Myles Garrett, but also puts pressure on the freaking quarterback? Can we have something like that? Anyway, guys, I'm happy to say that we have a guest. He's a good-looking guy. He's a handsome guy. He smells good. Ladies and gentlemen, Matt O'Leary.
Hey, I'll take it. I'll take it. Smells good. That's the nicest thing I've heard so far today.
What's up, my friend? I don't even know what kind of question. I mean, maybe Dana will have questions for you because I don't even know what to ask at this point.
Can I lead off with one?
Sure.
Matt, we've just seen the first half outscored by 3 scores. We have 2 quarters of football left to get any kind of evaluation that we want heading into the off season. I know my choice would be Hooker and about 30 routes run by Arian Smith. Do you think that's the move for this second half? What do you think will happen? What do you want to happen?
Yeah, I don't think it's a bad idea to get a look at Hendon Hooker. And, you know, as you mentioned with Brady, I was going to say Brady Cook. Oh my God. With Arian Smith, it might be wise to try to get him more involved. He had the 1 carry for 2 yards in the first half. I mean, Brady Cook, 4 of 11 for 24 yards. The 4th and 1 speed option was just a hilarious attempt at trying to run that play. It's bad. We know Brady Cook is bad. It doesn't, you know, you're down 3 scores. It's not like it's a close game and you're worried, oh, is Hendon Hooker going to come in and win this game and the Jets will drop to the 6th or 7th pick or whatever. I don't think it hurts you at all to get a look at someone like Hendon Hooker.
I would like to see him play. I'd like to see Hendon Hooker play. Just give us something to watch that makes it somewhat interesting or watchable.
Yeah, you're like, this is just completely unwatchable. 21-0. Trubisky is 15-19 with 2 touchdowns. Ty Johnson has a touchdown, the former Jet. They just can't do anything offensively. And I didn't think this game was going to be close. I don't think either of you guys did too. But you're right. This is maybe the most unwatchable. Last week was pretty unwatchable. This is up there. There's guys on defense who I've never heard of playing today.
Matt, as bad as this game is for Jet fans, I still feel like we'd be remiss not to ask you your thoughts of the 1 o'clock window and what happened in that.
Yeah, so the Giants winning obviously was pretty big as the Jets slide up to the number 2 pick, assuming a loss, which down 21-0 at the half, and how they look today. Feels like it's trending that way. The Jets will pick 2nd in the draft. A late comeback win from the Texans too. So I believe that Indy pick is sitting at 15 right now. It would be pretty nice if the Jets end up with 2 top 15 picks, you know, as we're looking towards the future here. But I would say the 1 o'clock slate went about as well as you could have imagined for the Jets.
Yeah. I feel that way. I feel like outside of, you know, a couple of little things, I mean, things went bad the previous weeks, but this week so far, overall, things are pretty good. we weren't going to get the number one pick, or we weren't going to be able to trade. The Raiders were getting the number one pick. That was a pipe dream. So moving up to number 2 is a good thing. And then it's only going the right direction with the Colts pick. So it's the best we could have asked for.
Yeah, absolutely. Now it's a waiting game, right? Like you kind of have to see with Dante Moore's decision. Is he going to come out? How does that impact what the Jets do at 2? Is there a world where Vegas likes Dante Moore more than Fernando Mendoza, and the Jets get Mendoza anyway after all this? Like, there's so many things now that we get to talk about for the next month, and they're all, or really longer than that, right? The draft's in April, so we got probably almost 4 months of this. I think first mock draft Monday is going to come out tomorrow, so I'm excited to get into those. But yeah, it stinks that it's week 18 and this is the conversation. I would love to be on here with you guys at the half talking about a game where the Jets are trying to clinch a playoff spot or fighting for, seeding, and that'd be a lot of fun. But unfortunately, with how things have gone for damn near 15 years, it's, talking about draft positioning in the final few weeks of the year. Not much to really look for in the second half of this game. I know, usually I come on, it's like, well, what can the Jets do differently in the second half here? Does anyone really care? I feel like we're kind of just running out the clock on this season, guys.
Yeah.
Stay the course. Status quo, please.
So what you're saying is, just to reiterate one last time, Fletch, it means nothing that the Raiders are winning 6-3.
Yeah, that's already clinched. Unfortunately, the strength of schedule thing. So they both can finish with the same record, like you guys are saying, and it doesn't matter.
But thank you for the super chat, Fletch. We appreciate it.
I mean, five 1,000s we will be if we lose this game. That's 5 1,000s from the number 1 pick. That sucks, man. But guess what? Right now we're picking 3rd. I think we'd be happy if we climb to number 2.
Definitely.
Jonathan Francois comes in. He pays $10 to be able to have the honor of saying, Jeremy, just figured out my dream scenario. Trade number 2 for more picks next year. I'm not against trading number 2, depending on where it goes and how we do with it. And it's got to be a disgustingly good offer, personally, for me. Draft Chambly or Chambliss later in draft. We suck and get number 1 pick next year, and Glenn is fired. Profit. Okay. So we know that Jonathan Francois is not an Aaron Glenn fan.
No, certainly not. I get it. He's got kind of the flavor of the week, right? And he's been playing well at Ole Miss. I don't want to, have that as like a knock against him. He's played really well since he's come in for them so far this year. I'm sure, there'll be scenarios like Jonathan mentioned, a trade down. Depends on if Dante Moore comes out or not. I think that would be the opportunity for the Jets to trade down, unless someone wants to trade up for Arvell Reese, which I guess is possible, but usually we see trades for quarterbacks towards the top of the draft. But even if that's not the case, right? Like if the Jets just get the number 2 pick, let's say Dante Moore doesn't come out, Fernando Mendoza goes 1. Well, the Jets could stick and pick in. I know we all want a quarterback and we want our answer there, right? But there should be a really good player on the board for the Jets at number 2. So hard for me to pass up on that.
Yeah. Thank you so much for the super chat, Jonathan. We appreciate it. We move on to Jack Follinsby, who's been supporting us with super chats all afternoon. And he says, what are the priority positions to upgrade this offseason in order? I'm going to say this. I don't know how much you say this offseason means, because I think I consider it a 2-year rebuild. But I mean, quarterback aside, because I think it's obvious that quarterback is the position of all positions that need to be upgraded. It's the most important position on a football team. So that's the obvious one for me. I think the one after that for me, Matt, and we can go a lot of different directions, but for me, it's linebacker. And when I say linebacker, I mean I need a guy who could quarterback this defense.
Yeah, I mean, again, no, we can't be surprised because it's happened all year long. But on the first Bills touchdown, both linebackers, Quincy Williams and Jamie and Sherwood, bite hard on the play action, and the tight end is running wide open, no one within 20 yards of him. It's honestly kind of just pathetic at this point, the play that they're getting from their linebacker room. And, that's got to be very high up on the priority list. Safety also is going to be pretty high up on the priority list too. Outside of quarterback, I mean, I think those are the two weakest positional groups that the Jets have.
I'm with you. The middle of the defense might be the weakest. But you know what, just to give a different answer, mind you, I will say just one more pass catcher, and I'm not even keeping it specific to wide receiver. Because if somehow you come out of this draft with Kenyon Sadiq and it bumps Mason Taylor down to tight end 2, I think you have one of the best tight end rooms in the league immediately. And it can stave off your hunger for someone to play opposite Garrett. But hey, man, you can also stick and pick Tyson, right? You can get a lemon, not the lemons we're used to, but you can do that. You can get the highest 8 wide receiver too. Help me out. Carnell Tate, dude. You need one pass catcher added to the mix. So yeah, middle of the defense for sure, first and second, as my dog just hogs all the camera time. But after that, we need a pass catcher for whoever is here.
Yeah. Yeah, that's pretty. I mean, another playmaker for sure. You know, dependent. We got to see if we're going to re-sign. It looks like we are based on our behavior, but like Simpson's not signed yet. You know, so we you know, smaller little things like eventually Myers has to be upgraded at center. Like at some point, maybe not by next season, but by the time we expect to be real competitors, like we're going to want to get a better center in there because that's the weakest spot on the offensive line, probably.
Left guard is going to be a question, right? Like, what do you do? John Simpson's a free agent. Elijah Vera Tucker, you know, obviously you resign Myers and Tippmann should stay at right guard. But what's your decision at left guard? That's another one.
Yeah. So the hard part about this is we have so many holes, but it's also a good thing too when you have a lot of draft picks because at least we're not sitting there with a lot of draft picks and like only focused on one position or two positions. At least we have a lot of draft picks and a lot of needs, so we could go best player available because there's a good chance that the best player available at all different parts of the draft are going to meet our needs because we have so many needs, you know. So, you know, we don't need an offensive tackle, and it's actually a really bad year for tackles. So that worked out in our favor. So, you know, we need a linebacker, and it's a really good year for linebackers. So that's cool. There's some really good safeties. That's good. So what's nice is that there is some alignment to what we need and what's available and what's going to be coming out. So.
Yeah.
Lou B. Super Jets fan. He comes in and he says, Joe Burrow does not want to stay a Bengal, period. You know what I equate the whole Joe Burrow thing to? I equate it to my wife says, hey, Jeremy, let's go house hunting and go to open houses in Coronado in San Diego. It's kind of like, yeah, man, I get you. I would love to live on that little island where the beach, no matter where you live, is no more than a 4-block walk. And it's pretty much secluded in paradise. I get it. But I'm not excited about looking at the prices. You know?
Yeah. And also, too, like one of the things that he talked about was that they need to have, or he wants to have more fun playing football. And going from Cincinnati, which I get, you know, hasn't been fun the last few years, but he's going to waive his no trade clause to come to the Jets. I have my doubts. I have my doubts about it.
Right. Why would he come here? For the love of God, why would he come here?
Dude, he wants to be having fun playing football. Can't you think of a better place than Gotham?
So I was thinking we were going to go light in free agency and save it for the following year. Do you guys think they're going to go heavy on free agency to save their jobs? Do you think it's a job like forget the organization? Do you think that that Moogs and Aaron Glenn are going to have to be motivated by I need to save my job?
I think so, personally. Now, again, I always bring up this example, but it doesn't mean that they have to go, you know, what the Jets decided to do in 2019 with Mike McCagden, who was trying to do the same thing, save his job. But, you know, they do have money to spend. I think they'll try to bring in at least a couple, you know, bigger free agent acquisitions because you're right. they can't afford, if they go 4-13 next year, are they going to get the chance in 2027 to use those first 3-round picks? I don't know. I think, we have to see some significant, step forward in year 2 for these guys. So they have a lot of work to do on this roster. So I think they will spend a decent amount in free agency.
I'm kind of with Matt, although what I would say is like I think all but 10 of the starting 44 slots need filled. Like we need 30 some guys, man, and we have 100 mil. Sure, that's only a couple mil per. So what I would like to see is, yes, I would like to see them go big, but also they're going to have to backload a lot of the deals, push a lot of the money into 2027 and eat on the 200 million available then, because 100 million alone, if you're just buying rentals, is not enough to spread around to like 30 damn positions.
Yep, I'm with you.
Yeah, they'll pick up a lot of cheapos though, and undrafted free agents and camp people and do all that nonsense. But I get you. It's not like it's not like we're not going to have 30 positions we have to fill. And yeah. So what should we do in free agency? I think that what should we do is a different question, because I don't think we should. I personally wouldn't think we should do too much. I think we should draft picks and keep developing, and but they're going to want to save their jobs, not do what might be best for what's the best long-term thing, And there are some free agents that I think are good for long-term, though. Like we've talked about Lindenbaum a lot of times in the past. Like if they sign Lindenbaum to a long-term contract to be our center for the next 6-7 years or 5 years or whatever it is, right, I'd be very happy with that.
Yeah, that's very different, right? Like if they're going again, like what Washington did in free agency this year. They brought in so many veterans and they were like one of the oldest teams in the NFL. That's not what I want to do. But if you could find someone who fits, what you're looking to do, that's like 26 years old or younger, then I think I'm totally fine with that, right? Like it's not about just next year. It's about next year and beyond.
We just went for it on 4th and inches, and I don't know if we got it.
I don't think they did.
I don't think they did either. Yeah.
It was so bad.
God.
All right. Well, the game has started, as you can see. I don't know if you want to hang around, O'Leary. You're more than welcome to.
I got some Wingstop waiting for me downstairs.
Oh,
the DoorDash just came up. I'm pumped. I said if I'm gonna watch the second half of this game, I'm going to at least treat myself with some wings and a nice Dr. Pepper.
Garlic parm?
Garlic parm and buffalo. That's my go-to. You know me so
Matt,
well.
Matt, before you go, can you plug when the podcast comes out? Maybe what you got cooking this week? I know most people here know you, but I just want you to promote maybe even your little guessing game, man, because I know a guy who got $100 this week because of that.
Yeah, shout out. Dano won my people guess game. So for the last 4 weeks of the year, I was running that. There'll be more next year. We'll get that ramped back up. But yeah, the new episodes every day. Matt O'Leary NY. I'll be on with Jeremy live streaming on Wednesday afternoon too at 3:00. So tune in for that. We're talking Jets every day, if they're good or not.
Every week on Wednesday at 3:00, me and Matt get together and talk about the Jets. It doesn't matter what time of year it is, rain, snow, shine. We just do it.
Yeah, it's a blast. So appreciate it, guys. Try to enjoy the second half here. All right.
Take care, brother. Thanks for coming on. So,
what a guy. What a guy.
And John Nolte 5150, I believe, used to go by the name of Salty Nolte back in the days before YouTube decided to show a different name. He says, got to give you guys credit for these live streams throughout this shit show season. Yeah, thanks, man. It's not easy. It would be imagine not having to talk and debate about quarterbacks and give all these takes and argue in the chat, this, that. Imagine just being able to call the game because that's what people want to hear and talk about and be excited about.
I'm sorry. I can't imagine that.
Because it's never happened. Well, thanks for supporting the channel. Thanks for the super chat. Super appreciated. Green Bean appreciates it. By the way, Green Bean has been coming in and out a little bit. So he is watching somewhere, and he is aware that you guys are supporting the channel and doing this for him. So thanks, everybody. We appreciate
Chaos.
it. Yeah.
Can I ask you a question before you get to this next one? Matt mentioned Wingstop, and then like 3 more people mentioned wing stop, and I'm confused. I have no idea what that is. Do you know what that is?
Wingstop is a chicken wing chain. It's a chain. They have like 10, different flavors of chicken wings and different varieties, heat levels, and things like that. So it's like a fast food chain. So usually you go in.
Gotcha.
Yeah, you remember there was there was a little burst of wing restaurants like Wild Wing Cafe, Buffalo.
Like Buffalo, but I know
Well,
Buffalo.
Wingstop is more of a you walk in and it's like Chinese, fast food, like bulletproof. Like you walk in and there's no tables. It's just a to go kind of pick up your wings and kind of thing. Yeah. So when I was in college, wings were cheap, man. It was cheap food. Now
Dude,
it's like,
remember quarter wing nights? Did you ever have that?
I'm older than you. I remember on Monday Night Football, on Mondays near Stony Brook University, there was a place called Gilligan's. And on Monday nights, it was 10-cent wings. And I was a hungry college student with a car. So me and my friend Stephanie would go, oh, nice run.
Ray Davis is killing us.
Yeah. He's killing us. But anyway, so we would go in and we would get like 25 wings and my friend Steph would get a Diet Coke. I'd get a Coke. And we would, for like $5, have this wonderful meal. And the wings were great. But now wings are over $2 a wing in most places. You have to buy a whole bunch of them to get the price to even be under $2 a wing. It's crazy. It's like crazy expensive.
Facts. Boss Girl wants to know, did you go to the park bench?
I did go to the park bench. I used to do the Friday 4 to 4s. You get there at 4 p.m. There'd be free food, so we love that, right? They would do like an outdoor barbecue until 6 o'clock, and so that we would do happy hour, and then everybody would leave, and we would stay because my friend Stephanie and Christine were pretty, and the bartenders would give us free drinks and shots. And we would stay and party and just chill, mellow at the bar with the bartenders. Then at about 7, 8 o'clock, the students started showing up. Like it started to fill up again. And then we would party until, we'd be partying and my fraternity brothers would show up and it was a great time. Then at midnight to like 1 a.m., people start leaving, but not us. We'd sit back at the bar, chill with the bartenders until 4 a.m. We called it 4 to 4, 12 hours.
That's awesome. I'll let you get to your super chat now. I just had to ask what the hell that was because, going from Midwest to Pacific Northwest, I've never heard of a wing stop.
It might get up there. It's because you're in the boondocks a little bit. I mean, because it's here in Sacramento. It's all over Sacramento, and our area. So Jay Hamza comes in. He says, "So glad this is it." You think you're glad? You're glad? Believe me, brother. So am I. JRC Colorado says, are there any quarterbacks outside of the potential top 3? I think there are, but there are guys that you can't rely on. They're guys you throw a dart at and you throw into the room, and if it works out, it works out. I mean, I think that Sawyer Robertson is one of those kind of guys. We don't know what Chambly from Ole Miss. He's the flavor of the week. We don't know where he's going to go. I still like Drew Aller. I still think Drew Aller is a guy, not for a high round pick, but I still like in the middle rounds. I don't see why you wouldn't want to throw him in the room and just see what he's got. Just as again, like there's been many, many guys taken day 3 that are a much bigger joke than Drew Aller, like that have less attributes, that have much less potential going for them. But again, it's like when you use a day 3 pick, you're not investing anything. You're not taking a super high risk. You're not putting years of the organization's future at risk. You're just throwing darts. So Sawyer Robertson, Drew Aller, those are mine. I know other people have different ones, and that's fine. The guy from LSU, Nussmeier, whatever his name is. I mean, there's some guys. There are guys out there that are Klubiak, the club or whatever from Clemson, Klubnik. I mean, there are guys that started the year as top prospects who fell out. And sometimes it was just they had a bad year. It has to do with the team. You just don't know. So you throw a day 3 pick at them. You throw them into your room, and you see what you got. And once in a while, somebody strikes gold. So that's my question. That's my answer. What do you think, Dano? You agree?
I sorry I missed what you were saying as I was checking the chat and stuff, but I know this guy, this bald guy with a very cute goatee, has been preaching a guy named Drew Aller to me later on down the line. I would be okay with that. I would also think that it would help if we could slide with one of our first 2 or 3 picks, because again, man, I don't like after we pick 4 top 50 picks that we have to sit on our hands for a day and a half. So slide once. It doesn't even have to be in the first round. Slide in the second round, get some more round 3, 4 picks, and then take one and throw it at a quarterback, whichever one you like.
But thanks for the super chat. And yeah, man. I mean, there's always that chance that there's some random person, but you just can't make your plan. You can't build a plan around it. It just has to be a throw of a dart throw. It's just a dart throw. Sometimes the team gets a guy into camp like that, and they light it up, or they come in as a backup because of an injury, and they light it up, and you strike gold. But most of the time they just become nobodies. But again, Paris, I'm not saying take a second round pick on him. I'm not saying take Drew Aller and make it a second round pick. I'm not saying that. I'm not saying that we should not pick a quarterback next year if the only guy we got was a dart thrower like Drew Aller. I'm not saying that. The difference was that Hackenberg, we didn't take a quarterback the next year because he was the plan. I am not saying that we should do that with Drew Aller. Just I want to make that really clear. I'm talking about just filling a room with a guy, just sticking a guy and putting him in a room, like with a day 3 pick. It has nothing to do with any of the other strategies or plans. Like if we don't get a quarterback this year, when we get a bridge, we still go for one next year. We don't do anything unless Drew Aller was to come in and light it up. And then you celebrate and go, yay, we found our guy, and we don't have to use any draft picks.
First and goal.
First and goal, Bills. Let's make it 28-0 here and put this baby to bed. Well, they couldn't get in. So it looks like Quincy Wilson is blaming something. I don't think he's back, right? Is he? Do we cut the guy loose after the season?
Let me comment on that. I don't know, but Quincy Williams did have an exceptional opportunity to have an interception. I don't think he was blaming his gloves. I think he was blaming his club, because as we know, like, he has a whole cast on one of his hands. So again, we had a chance at an interception, but circumstances prevented it. Is he back? Why would he?
Yeah. Here we go. I love it when people in the chat have never really watched film on Drew Aller say he sucks and pretend that they know because they look at box scores.
I don't know who you mean. Chaos.
I don't know who I mean, but it's like that's who you know, people who just look at box scores, know nothing about football. Because even with him, yeah, he fell off as a prospect, and he never sucked. I mean, like if you don't know, you just don't know anything about football if you think that.
Well, also, can we acknowledge that some of these guys are going to be late bloomers? Like, they're going to get better in the pros than they were in college.
If you stuck Drew Aller on Oregon, you have a total. We don't know what we'd be saying about him. Yeah, if you actually stuck him on a team that had an offense designed for a quarterback to succeed in, you don't know. But that's it. I'm not going to talk about him again because I just said take him as a day 3 pick. It's not like I'm sitting here saying take him as a first day pick or a second day pick even. So, what am I saying? I'm saying take him as a day 3 pick with all the other guys that we're never going to hear about again.
Trubisky had the touchdown. He overthrows Coleman. They might be going for this.
Yeah.
4th and goal.
4th and goal.
They might go for it.
They may as well go for it. Practice your freaking 4th and goal offense. Look at Josh Allen sitting there thinking like they want to win this game. Like there's a lot of reasons why they need to, it's still playoff like preparation and everything, but they knew that they didn't have to put Josh Allen at risk.
Oh yeah. Why is he wearing shoulder pads? Like, why isn't he in a hoodie?
Maybe for an emergency.
I guess. Here we go. 4th and goal for pick number 2 overall. Trubisky back to pass.
Wow, what a catch. What a catch.
Yes.
That was an amazing catch. Well, touchdown Bills. Gabe Davis. Incredible catch. That's an incredible catch.
Incredibly embarrassing, but I'll take it, baby.
Yeah. Tony the GM is now in the chat setting straight the Drew Aller haters. Somebody who actually watches film on the guy.
That's what let him fight that battle, Chaos. Lock in, man. 28-0.
28-0. The tank is totally safe. We could all rest assured that we're safe with the number 2 pick in the draft. We already knew that, though. But here goes nothing. This is for you, Buffalo Bills. You may say, why is he playing the Jets chant? Because we just secured.
They're going for 2.
They're going for adding Jets fans. And I'll play it just for that beautiful. Is that Coleman? Is that Coleman?
They're running up the score. Yes, that was Coleman.
That was Coleman. That's beautiful.
Oh my God. Dude, I don't mean to laugh. This is embarrassing as hell. But hey, we talked about it a few weeks back, Jeremy. I think we were with Jake Asman on the Danger Zone YouTube. Shameless plug. We talked about it, man. All we are right now are draft picks, right? That's all we are. And you got to celebrate the fact that not just our first round pick is going from 3 to 2. That's not just it, Jeremy. That's going up a rung. Mm-hmm. 2nd round pick going up a rung. 4th round pick up a rung. 5th, like, dude, big news. Also, the Lions, how are they doing? Are they winning? Because up a rung, let's go, man. Just improve everything across the board. Good day for the Jets, even though, man, we got our work cut out for us to rebuild this team.
Yeah. So they're saying, no respect. Why is he going for 2 there? I think that this coach we know is a classless coach for the Bills. We know he's that kind of guy. Now Green Bean always says, don't cry over it. Like, if you don't want to get a guy to run up the score on you, then stop him stop him on the conversion. Don't let them get the 2-point conversion. Their
kicker is hurt.
Oh, the kicker is hurt. So there you go. Thank you for that information. The kicker is hurt. I mean, so it's fine. It's fine if you run up the score against us. That is like, it's like, in other words, Green Bean's philosophy is don't cry about it when teams run up the score against you. Stop them. Like it's just like you're having your feelings hurt because they're running up the score, but you're letting, it's like, be better, be a better team, or one day, you can make a memory of it. Remember it. If you're a coach, like Aaron Glenn, if he doesn't get fired and the Jets are ever good with him as the coach, it's a big if, but if it ever happens, one day, maybe you'll be on winning the game and you could run up the score on some team and get revenge on them. You know what I mean? But it is what it is. But that's funny. That's the kicker got hurt. They're going to have to remedy that. They're going to have to remedy that by picking up a kicker then. You know what I mean? So
yeah, I do. I mean, getting your groin pulled sounds like a good time, but it doesn't sound like it for Matt Prater.
No, a groin pull sounds really painful, but that means that they're going to have to get a kick. They're going to have to. That could affect the playoffs for them.
You know what? I was wondering if we would keep Nick Folk through this game, or if we would have cut him loose before it to let him land on a playoff team. We did not. He's with us. He is locked in, but I feel bad because this might be his final game. Let's acknowledge that.
Yeah. There's a lot of guys that might be their final game, right? And some of them aren't even playing. So I think that this is really hard, man. It's freaking 7.5 minutes to go in the third quarter. And it's 29-0, and we're just here. Why is Cook still in this game? Like, really? Why is Cook still in this game?
That's what I'm saying, bro. Welcome to the dark side. Give me some Hooker.
He's just such a boring coach. He's not only is he a terrible coach, he's just such a lifeless coach. I mean, just put in the other quarterback.
Let's not pretend that the last 3 coaches we have had did not also become lifeless, though. Maybe it's us.
Yeah, I mean, I would just like to see Herndon Hooker come in just because it would give us something that I want to take a knife and slit me because I'm bored of my, like was just so boring. Can we just put him in so we have something better to watch because it's different, and then we can then we can make fun of him. We can make fun of him. I don't care, but at least we can have a different kind of stink.
Yeah, but Jeremy, I mean Brady Cook, his yards per attempt are 2.3. I mean, come on. 2.3 yards per attempt today.
It's so bad. And Aaron Glenn again. What was Aaron Glenn saying? I think he's gonna be a good quarterback in this league, a good player in this league. I know it's coach talk, but boy, there's a lot of things that are gonna go down in history that he said that make him look pretty freaking stupid. Yeah. Is that a butterfly knife?
We hear it, brother. We hear it.
Watch out, Snowball.
You know what sucks, man? That we're wearing these cool uniforms and we're making them look like trash. Trash. Yeah. You know what also sucks, man? The last 5 weeks, we're going to be outscored 200 to under 50.
Yeah.
200 to under 50.
It's crazy. It's epically bad. It's historically bad. Yeah, right? It looks pretty good, right? Like, I don't know why. Baylor, for anybody who's wondering what team he plays for, Sawyer Robinson plays for Baylor. It's interesting that nobody talked about him to me. I mean, big, strong guy, makes a lot of crazy passes. So Boss Girl says, yeah, that's why I'm playing with it like this, because it doesn't have any sharp edges. Jeremy's taking a knife to a gunfight. This is not even a knife, guys. So what this is this is a toy butterfly knife. See? It's like a tongue depressor. Made on a 3D printer by a 10-year-old client of mine.
That's pretty cool. I actually had a butterfly knife that was that fluorescent color before once in my life. Did I ever use it? No, but it's cool to fiddle with, which is what I see you're doing.
It's so much fun to fiddle with. And my brother fiddles with the real butterfly knife, and I've always had nightmares that he'd cut his fingers off. So
you know what else is a nightmare? The performance of this team. Anyways, hey, we're Ravens fans tonight, right, fellas?
Guy in Green says anything like this would be more interesting than what we're watching. Like, I want to see a shit show. Put Vinny Testaverde in there. Like, give me the embarrassing mockery. Like, just because I'm like, this is impossible to watch. It's so painful to watch this. You already know he can't play quarterback. Then put Hendon Hooker in there. Just let's watch somebody different. Let's just watch somebody different, for the love of God. Please. This kid, what does he have, 30 yards passing? I mean, this is like historically bad.
Actually, no. He is 7 of 16 for 28 yards. His yards per attempt has dropped to 1.8.
This is like, I mean, it's just unwatchable. Just put in a different quarterback. I don't care. Let a running back play quarterback. Put Mechie in at quarterback, just so we could watch and say, hee. It's like in baseball when it's an 18-2 blowout and they let the shortstop be the pitcher. I can at least watch the game now. There's something interesting to watch.
Yeah. Yes. Hooker. I think the chat's in on Hooker too. They've also they've also hit that like button for us so far. If you've forgotten, now is the time, man. Hit those milk thumbs. We have 186 and we're trying to get to 200, gang. Please help us out. Help Green Bean out. Super chats are appreciated as hell, but like buttons are too. And milk thumbs are as well. Milk life matters. Something like that.
Mr. Chill to One King says, can we get some hooker in the fourth? Yeah, can we? Can we get some hooker? I wouldn't mind it.
Yeah. So, yeah, you know what? Maybe my asking price is higher now, Green Bean, because these games have been cheeks. I don't know, man. I might need a new car now.
We'll end up with the number 2 pick. Yes, that is correct. We're going to end up with the number 2 pick. Why is Brady Cook still in at quarterback? The game is already over. Might as well play. Exactly. I know. Hooker might score. You never know. I mean, even Glenn might score with Hooker.
Oh boy, look at that, dude. Coleman was wide open.
Hey, Aaron Glenn, you're so bad. You need a hooker to score.
Giggity. Dude, Mitch Trubisky is earning a contract today alone.
Oh my God.
Okay, maybe not, but Mitch Trubisky is 19 for 26, 229, 3 touchdowns, no picks, no sacks, 8.8 yards per attempt. 8.8. Our guy is 1.8.
Look at that missed tackle by number 56. I'm just calling him. I don't even want to say his name anymore.
Yeah,
he doesn't even deserve to have his name called. Look at that. Look at the number 56. Yeah. He sucks.
Yeah.
He sucks. He's such a piece of trash. He's like, he was good one game because he was upset that he got benched, and then he decided his job was secured, so he decided not to play again. Freaking
edutain me. Don't worry. I do not want us to pick Mitch Trubisky as our bridge next year. I do not. But, hey, a lot of people like to claim that Aaron Glenn only chose Fields as our bridge the first time around because of how he cooked the Lions defense. So who knows? Maybe he will do that again and select Trubisky for our 2026 bridge, one that I am walking the plank on as we speak.
So Beefy likes Sawyer Robertson. See, I know you always find a few out there, some other guys out there.
Is he from the Duck Dynasty fame? Robertson, is he from Duck Dynasty?
I don't know. He doesn't care about playing hooker. He just wants to lose an end of the season. Yes, but he wants to lose an end of the season. But but we have to sit and watch this. So could we at least watch somebody else lose?
Look at that. Fewest takeaways in a season since 1940 is us, but it's not even us by a close margin. It's us by a lot.
Right. 4. Like back to school, Rodney Dangerfield. The answer to question 31, part 3, subset of a question 8B is 4.
Okay. And Ty Johnson rounds the corner for what looked like a first down. Of course, beating us to the corner. Yeah, we need a linebacker. We need 3 linebackers.
That is correct, Mr. Mellon. Skiddly doo, dunkaroo. I'm looking for some fun stuff.
Rebecca, how many of those 4 were interceptions? 0.
They were right. 0 interceptions. We have no interceptions. We recovered 4 fumbles.
The same amount of interceptions we have as the amount of teams willing to throw a draft pick at Brady Cook.
The funny thing is that he said they were going to turn it around and work on that. That's the funny part about it. To be fair, I don't know if I don't know. I mean, you could do what Malachi Moore did and try to strip the ball to create fumbles. For interceptions, you just have to freaking catch the ball when it's thrown near you. I mean, like, I don't know what else to say. I mean, it would help too if they didn't have wide open receivers all year in us.
Second and goal.
Nice.
Down to the 1.
Somebody stood up like a man and said no. Phillips definitely stood up like a man and said no. And number 57 said, I don't think so on that as well. The linebacker. We need a real edge. We need a defensive coach. We need everything. We need everything.
Chunky, what have you been sniffing, man? I don't know what that smells like, but if you could let us in on the knowledge there, we might agree with you.
We could still get a pick. How, you know what? At this point, I'd want to pick just because it would be exciting if we got a pick. If we got an interception, it would actually be really exciting. You know?
Would it though? I mean, yeah, it depends on how we get it. Like,
just because we broke it, just because we got one at the last freaking quarter of the season.
Fair.
Can you imagine if we got one at the last quarter of the season?
4th and goal at the 1, Jeremy. 4th and goal.
We stopped them. We stopped them. We can't get a pick 6. We're going on offense now.
29-0 through almost 3 quarters.
So if they get shut out, how in the world could you bring them back? Because they're tanking. That's why. Because this doesn't mean anything. There's no difference. It's like that. I mean, I'm not defending. I'm just answering. They could lose 100-0. It just doesn't matter. They knew they were tanking. Look who they're playing. Like this, it's the other games. I mean, I could say 4 weeks in a row this was too much, and I agree with all that with an extent, and I was mad too. But this week, we knew this was going to happen. We knew it. Like we knew this was going to happen. We're playing we got a practice squad team in there now. It's like it is that bad. So we knew it. We would never, if we were trying to win, if this was real, we would never put in Brady Cook. Like we would have whether it's Tyrod Taylor or even Justin Fields, we'd be doing something. We're not trying. So I mean, it doesn't matter if we get shut out. Like none of this matters. And I'm just saying it as fact. Like I'm not saying it as my opinion that I'm going to debate you on. I'm just saying Woody Johnson does not care at this point. Like he doesn't care. He's not going to say, "Oh, well, you weren't supposed to lose 29-0. You're fired." It's not going to happen.
You know what I'm thankful for today, Jeremy? I'm thankful for all the Giant fans who have been out in the streets saying how they can't wait to take 4 of our first-round picks off of us for the rights to trade with them. Now, those fans can sit down in the back.
Yeah, they could sit down and shut up. You know what? You could give us 3 years of first to trade back up with us, mofo.
Facts. I love it, dude. It's like karmic justice just intervened today, and they said, you know what, Giant fans, pipe the fuck down. Get to pick number 3, bitches.
Yeah. Wow, the chat is going nuts considering this game has been over forever.
We had Chris Sims in here a minute ago. I don't know if you noticed, but I mean that's high. That's pretty prestigious. Chris Sims chimed in a little bit ago, and he says, "Have we looked at Tankathon?"
We have a few times, right? Did it change? Should I show the same one, or are you going to put a new graphic in?
It's the same. It's just my graphics were at the end of the 1 o'clock window. So Yeah, but he wondered, so why not throw it up there? We are on track to hop over Tennessee and have second overall. We are
Yeah,
on track.
we're about to move up to the second overall, and the season's ending. There's nothing that could change that. So I think I'm guessing this is Ed with the super chat. I don't know though, because they messed with the names, but I'm guessing this is Ed's something. I'm forgetting. Like, I mean, this is YouTube really screwed up. Hey guys, correct me if I'm wrong, but if we end up with the same record as the Raiders, don't we alternate spots through the draft? We would have the first pick in the second round, right? Does it work like that? I don't
No,
think
it does not. If you secure the first overall pick, you have the first overall pick every damn round. Every round.
Ridiculous.
So
I think that what they need to do is they need to take every team that doesn't make the playoffs. And I think 1 through 5 gets 3 ping pong balls. 6 through 10 gets 2 ping pong balls. And 10 through 18 gets 1 ping pong ball. And you throw it in that bingo thing, and that's how you pick the draft. And then you'll get rid of all this tanking nonsense.
you want them to do that, or you think they may do that?
I don't know. I do think that we're in a bad situation when teams are playing purposely to lose. Like, I think that's bad for the league.
How do you defend Cleveland winning last week and the Giants winning this week?
I say that those teams are stupid, or those teams weren't purposely tanking. Giants don't need a quarterback. Cleveland looks like they're going to stick with Sanders. The Raiders are tanking. We are tanking. We are losing on purpose, and we all know it. I'm not saying he's saying go out and purposely throw interceptions or anything like that, but we are losing on purpose based on who we're putting out there to play. That's all I'm saying.
I don't root for a lottery, but I do wish in the cases of big ties that, like, can we get the Pro Football Writers Association to vote on who the worst team was? Because this strength of schedule shit's just garbage, man. It's garbage. I get it. And I understand how it's tabulated and all that, but like the eye test should rule all when it comes to figuring out who the worst damn team is.
How about averaging out the last 3 seasons before that? Since you're really trying to give the worst teams the pick, how about breaking it by the last 3 seasons of that football team? So you look at us and the Raiders and you say, who's the worst team over the last 3 seasons?
Hey, I'd be down with that. I don't like the whole lottery of ping pong balls, because with one ball, if you're picking in the teens, you could get a first round, like first overall. But I like that. I just want more intelligent decisions. I think we all do.
Yeah. I mean, I just there's got to be a way to make sure. I mean, some people are arguing the Raiders are the worst team. I don't think the Raiders are worse than us. I think they started tanking on purpose. I think when we were at 100% and they were at 100%, I think that, I mean, I don't know. It would have been one of those games that's a toss-up game. But I mean, is anyone really going to argue, no, we definitely would have beaten the Raiders? Is anyone going to argue that we definitely would have beaten anyone? This team is pretty bad. But then again, it's weird because we beat Atlanta.
What do you think of can you highlight the latest comment from the Talisman? I think that's a good one.
Sure. Worst Jets season I've seen?
Would you agree?
I don't know. I've seen some bad ones. 1997 was pretty bad. 2019 was pretty bad. 2020. There's been some bad ones. Like, I've seen some bad ones. Rich Kotite, the Rich Kotite year. I've lived. I think that was that may have been the same. I mean, I've seen. I mean, it feels like my whole life has been scattered with teams like this. It's 2016 Jets, the 2017 Jets, the 18 Jets, the 19 Jets. I mean, this has been 15 years of terrible. 2012 was pretty terrible. 13 was pretty terrible. The early 90s, like 94, 95. I mean, like, there's been just such bad runs I don't know if it matters if I say it's the worst or not. Like, it's not something I would like be passionate enough to fight over. I just know that it's bad. Like, it's bad, and it's inexcusable that a team that's in a major market that gets this much support from their fans, that the owners, whether it was Leon Hess or the Johnsons, that have so much money, it's inexcusable that we're living through seasons like this. It's just inexcusable. The fact that they can't take the right amount of money to find a leader, to find like that you can't tell me Woody Johnson can't afford to find somebody competent to run this organization. And that's not a knock on Mooj. I don't know Mooj enough, but I'm talking about above Mooj. I'm talking about Woody Johnson saying, I don't know what I'm doing. And instead of hiring a consulting firm, I'm just going to hire a football mind. I'm going to hire a leader. I'm going to hire someone who knows what the F they're doing. Overall, let's see. I mean, I don't care so much about record because we all know that record might not mean as much, right? Like we may have been able to win more than 3 games this year. I'm just going to say that. We definitely were doing a tankathon, but it doesn't matter though. It really doesn't matter. Who's better, this team or the 2019 Jets or the 96 Jets? I mean, who cares?
Yeah.
The thing that we need to know is that it's bad. We're a terrible football team, and we don't deserve to have it. We don't deserve it as fans. We just don't deserve this.
Indifferent against the machine. You are right. We have mentioned this, but if Vegas wins, it 99% means that they're still picking number 1. We can't climb to number 1, but we can climb to number 2 by losing this game, which looks like a foregone conclusion.
It really makes you see the thing about the Raiders winning is it's really going to make all the people that after we beat Atlanta, there were a lot of upset people, and now we're going to have to hear them again. They're going to come out in droves and say, if we didn't beat Atlanta, we would have our quarterback and we'd be done. And how stupid are we? And that's coming. So brace yourself for it.
Ray Davis getting it down inside the 10, 1st and goal, Bills again. Where they're going to go for 2 again. You're going to have to stick around and hit those milk thumbs to find out. 29-0. Brady Cook still seemingly in the game. I'm waiting for the tweet, though, that says Hendon Hooker is warming up on the sidelines, folks. Haven't seen it yet, but here we go. Buffalo, 1st and goal on the 6.
I just got a message from my sister-in-law, I think, that said she met some guy in a Jets hoodie and he heard of me. She goes, my brother-in-law does Jet stuff, and she said who I was. And he goes, yeah, I've heard of him.
You are a famous fella, Chaos. Guess what? Touchdown Bills. They exploited the flats again inside the 10-yard line. I think we've given up 1 million touchdowns in the flats inside the 10. They do it again. They may do it again today. It's always in the flats, man. Sad.
I'll tell you another thing. I'll tell you what. It's just go back to that point of is it the worst I've seen? Forgetting about is it the worst team I've seen? This is the worst I've seen this is the worst football I've had to sit through these last 6 games by a mile. Like this is not that it's never been bad, but this is the worst. Having to sit through what we've been sitting through the last 4 weeks is the worst. Watching Brady Cook play quarterback and AD Mitchell and Mechie is our number 1 and 2 receiver. This is the worst that I've ever. It's the worst. The Clark brothers as safety, or I've never had to sit through anything this bad. This is the first half of the year was pretty terrible, but it's on cue with it's not any worse than anything else when we sucked, because it was the same, competitive sometimes, this, that, but the last 4 weeks have been the worst. I've never had to sit through anything. This is the worst I've had to sit through. There's no way we're rooting for Aaron Rodgers tonight. There's no way. We have to root for Baltimore because it's let me show it. We have to root for Baltimore, and it's right up here. We are right now, our pick is ahead of Baltimore. Right? If Baltimore loses, they're going to jump us. If Baltimore loses, they're going to jump in front of us. So
correct.
Right? So there's no way. We need Baltimore to win. Because when we get to this level, when you're talking about 16-15, it matters.
Yeah. Anybody
who thinks it doesn't matter, you're out of your minds. Because if Baltimore jumps us and takes Sonny Styles, for example, or Lemon, the wide receiver, they could take the guy that we want, or they could trade out of that pick to a team that wants to come in front of us and take the guy that we want. So
going from 15 to 16 is the equivalent of a 4th round pick. Right. Do you want to give up a 4th round pick just so you see Aaron Rodgers make the playoffs and his final dance? That's a personal choice. I, for one, want the extra capital. I want to be pick 15 because then if you want, you can slide to 16 and get a 4th. Fine by me, but it's more for us, dude. More for us.
But thank you for the super chat. We appreciate it. And yeah, you're definitely entitled to root for that if you want. I want the pick to be as good as possible.
I also threw an image down there. I don't know if you can bring up when we have a minute, Chaos, because I do want to I want to plug Green Bean's Patreon again. But do your thing.
Yeah, I thought this was an interesting comment. I agree. We need better coaching. Okay, that's about it. I just wanted to say that. I agree with you 100%, Edutane. It's a good comment, and I thought I would highlight it just to make sure you knew that I was 100% with you on that. I absolutely know that we need better coaching. I've said it. I don't think we're going to have a better plan this year. I don't think we're going to have a better alternative. I think they're going to stick with I think they're going to give AG is next year. We already talked about that. I think that's the reality. The reality is we're sticking with Aaron Glenn. It doesn't mean we can't bring in an experienced quarterback coach. It doesn't mean we can't make some changes in the coaching staff. It also doesn't mean that if he sucks next year, we can fire him and start over again. But at the end of the day, there is no question that the New York Jets need better coaching. And there you go.
Hey, there we go. You mentioned it earlier. If you're in the Patreon, the Beanbaggers Discord, you can play fantasy football with those guys on the Sleeper app. Look at the ring Harry Wiener earned this year, man. Talk about a Harry Wiener ring. Unstoppable, it says. Fantasy champion. If you want to take that from his knuckle, join the Beanbaggers Discord and Green Bean's Patreon. You can compete next season.
There you go. So join. It's in the bio. If you go into the bio, you can join all these things. There's so many ways to be involved with this channel and to support this channel where it's not only you just giving, where he's just asking, Green Bean is giving you back. We've had Harry Wiener will tell you he's had great experiences. Harry Wiener's been in this world for a long time, many years. And the years that Harry Wiener's been in this world, if he was to name six things that were in his life that were memorable, that made his life as special as it was, one of those 6 things would be the Green Bean Jet Fan Channel. So, so I mean that, for some people it might not be top 6 in your life, and for some people it is. But the point is it brings a lot to your life, a lot of entertainment, friendships, relationships. It brought Harry his first championship. Brady Cook on the run. So it's the 4th quarter and Brady Cook is still playing. I just wanted to point that out. Okay. Just in case nobody noticed. or didn't notice. I think he went over 26 yards passing because of that. Fletch comes in. He says, "Do we owe Wilkes an apology?" The D is even worse. I don't think we owe him. I think he was made. I mean, whatever. Who cares if they fired him or did it at the end of the year? We know we needed a new defensive coordinator, going into next year anyway. I don't know that they needed to do it in the middle of the season. Maybe it was just a statement. Maybe it was, I think, who knows? Maybe Woody came in and said we have to do something to make the fans show that we hear them. Because I don't understand in-season firings at that point. Like, it wasn't done to make things better. We weren't trying to win. It was clearly a statement. It was clearly he sucks. We hear you, fans. He sucks. That kind of thing. But I mean, we could. I don't know if we owe him an apology. He didn't do a good job at all. I think if anybody who's thought it was just his fault may just, he might deserve an apology for that, because it certainly wasn't only his fault. But he's not a good defensive coordinator. I mean, there's a reason he's been on 5 different teams in 5 years. How many chances?
Agreed.
I mean, there's a reason. There's a reason nobody wants him around for very long. He's not a very good coach. Is he the reason we suck right now? Is he the reason for all of this? No. Does he deserve to be the scapegoat for all this? No. He doesn't.
I agree. Chaos, check your messages. While you do that, I would just like to point out that Arian Smith was running a route and he was targeted on that play. Not bad. 2nd and 10 Jets on a drive that started by Isaiah Williams carrying it all the way across midfield himself. Now we got a quick pass to Mechie, gets it down to 3rd and 3, and we're almost in field goal range, baby.
We do it twice. Did it twice.
Unless, yeah, my bad. I thought it was hourly. My bad.
Oh, no. Just had to do it 2 times.
Okay. Well, 3rd down and a couple. 3rd and 3. Let's get the chaos package going. Let's hear your call on the Jets trying to put up points for the first time today. Can you fake it? Can you fake the gusto, the zeal?
He didn't do what? I didn't yell at you, Tampa. What is it? What is he upset about? I didn't yell at him.
he had a super chat. What was it? I forget.
I don't know. I didn't yell at him. I was answering a question. I didn't yell at him. Hold up. Are we rooting for Aaron tonight? Yeah, I wasn't yelling at you, dude. I was just giving you my opinion. I wasn't mad at you or yelling at you. Did I come off like, oh yeah, who did that? Who scored that?
What a jerk that Chaos is. Damn.
Skinner.
Fighting fan. Oh, Skinner.
A lot of people like Skinner. That kid Connor, the teenager Connor, he loves Skinner. He was so happy.
Looks like a skinny fella.
Yeah, a lot of fans in camp really liked him. But I just want to say, Tampa, I wasn't yelling at you. I was just being passionate with my answer, saying no, man, because we want the pick. But no, I'm not, it wasn't at you. I was just giving my take about why I think the 16th pick is much more better than the 17th pick. That's all. Yeah,
Chaos, are you okay? Can you buy me 60 seconds, brother?
Yeah. I got you. But it's nice to have a B Skinner sighting. This was a guy that we liked at camp that a lot of people wanted to make the team. You know what I mean? B Smitty was let go and I guess replaced with someone else. So he wasn't brought back to the practice squad. So B Smitty is gone. Maybe we'll see him next year in camp if he didn't get picked up anywhere else. I think if we get a quarterback, we have to get him help. So offense all the way. I don't know about all the way. It's about how much help does he need. Get him another number 1 weapon. If you pick a quarterback, get him another good receiver. I'm fine with that. But then you could go defense, right? Let's say we drafted Dante Moore, and then you're saying with the 16th pick, take Lemon, which I've said a million times. Then maybe C.J. Allen in the 2nd round, and then maybe Halsey. I think it's Halsey, the safety. You have to, at some point you have to shift you have to do something about the defense. But if I had to go one way or the other, I'd say give me an offense that could score. I'd rather see 48-40 than 13-3. Let's just say that. Right? So if I had to build the team in order, I would say, and I had to pick one, I'd say, yeah, start with the offense first. I would like to have a team that scores points. Like if we're gonna win 5 games next year, I would want the average game to look 38-34 and win 5 games. Like those kind of games, as opposed to, we put all of our picks into defense, so now we're losing, 10-0 or whatever. So yeah.
Tough,
To me,
man.
it's about the player that's there. The hardest choice in my life, my nightmare, is that Lemon and Styles are going to both be on the board. Because I'm glad I don't have to make the pick. I just get to be a fan, and I'm happy if whichever name they read out, I'm going to cheer. But man, if you ask me, that's the hardest thing for me to answer. Do you take Sonny Styles or you take Lemon? You're talking about another WR1 next to GW. And you're allowed to say that both picks are good picks, that 2 things could be true, that either pick is a good pick.
I know what I would do.
You take Sonny Styles.
I would.
Yeah,
I would. I mean, if we take Lemon, though, think of how many ones we could get for Garrett Wilson. I just triggered some people in the chat, and I apologize. I'm just effing around.
I think Dallas will pick Styles. They definitely might take Styles. Does Dallas pick ahead? Yeah, because Dallas didn't win. If Dallas would have beat the Giants, we'd be ahead of Dallas.
Correct.
But now Dallas picks in front of us. So
no. I mean, okay, the win, yes, but the tie wasn't their problem. I mean, their strength of schedule is cheeks. It's 439.
Right,
real bad.
But I'm saying the tie is what kills us. So no, she's right. Like Dallas could definitely take a linebacker. They lost Micah Parsons, right? They definitely might take a linebacker. But do they want Styles? Because they want more of an edge, don't they? Is Styles an edge type linebacker? I don't think so. He's more of a box linebacker.
Yeah.
Right.
I think he is. His perfect fit might be here. But I don't know. We'll see, man. We got a lot of that to discuss. We really do. Today, stay the course. I don't know. Cook first and goal at the 9. Do you want to mention that at all?
Yeah. We got the ball at the 5-yard line now. It's going to be 2nd and goal. It feels like they should even kick a field goal to not have the shutout. Maybe. I don't know.
This feels like a drive for our culture, right?
The freaking Lions gave up the lead. That was Jesus Christ.
Did they really?
Yeah. They're tied up now. It's disgusting.
That's
disgusting. So Bill fans stormed the field at the end of the game. I certainly don't. I think that would be bad for the Bills, right? They need that field to stay in good shape.
Why
would they storm the field? They win the division.
It's the final game at Highmark Stadium.
Oh, then yes, you storm that. It's the final game.
Assuming
they'll be on the road. They'll be on the road for the playoffs.
Yeah. Assuming they don't somehow play someone 7-seeded,
that new stadium is going to be ready next year.
Yep.
Wow. Oh, in motion, Cook, touchdown!
Touchdown, Jets, baby!
Beck, could you be any more boring than that? Beck, Cook to Beck.
Take the gift, Chaos. We got a touchdown call. Touchdown, Jets, baby! That might be the only time I get to say that over the course of a month on this channel.
God, you know how happy Frankie from Flatbush is. Boy, does he
Joe Blewett. Joe Blewett's a big Beck guy.
He's a big Beck guy.
Yep.
All right. The real 2 Cruising is happy. He's saying yippee. And it's like, look, Rebecca has to.
We're going for 2.
I guess
We're
to
going
ruin
for
it.
2.
She has to ruin it. Like we can't just be happy.
We're going for 2.
We're going
To
for
Rucker. To no.
Oh,
To
did he catch that? Oh my God! I think he caught
Skinner.
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 He's Skinner. He's a real Skinner. That Skinner. He's a Skinner. He's up in Oregon out there by Dano, and he takes a squirrel and he skins it, and he's a Skinner.
Hell yeah, baby. We scored.
You know what? I don't care if it's garbage. This whole game has been garbage time. Garbage game. The whole 60 minutes of the football game is garbage time.
The whole month of December.
The whole month of December has been garbage time. Who cares? We scored a touchdown. We're allowed to just be happy, even though it means nothing.
Especially because it means nothing.
Right. It's totally harmless. It doesn't hurt our draft pick. We just get to see a Jet scoring. I like Skinner. I like him. I like him. I like him. I mean, I wanted him to make the team, the whole thing.
What do you think of look at Snowball's latest comment there?
Well, let me find them. It's hard to find Snowball sometimes. He's just he kind of just blends in.
Yeah.
No, what is he saying? That?
Oh no. There was one after that.
After that.
Damn, I wish I could highlight shit here.
I know. Skinnerly do. Skinnerly do. Rebecca, that did not. This is. I hope you're being funny, right? Because this is just silly, and I just have to.
She's being funny.
You're being funny because like that. Okay, because that's not okay. Yeah, it's not. It's not like that's Glenn was going to be fired and now he's not. Come on.
We're saved. We have Skinner and Cook next year.
Thank God you're just being funny. And the reason I have to ask if you're just being funny, Rebecca, is because we have people in the chat that are like that like it's that ridiculous sometimes.
And they'll say something. See, deadpan is the hardest. When someone makes a joke that's deadpan, it's like, wait, are they being serious or are they just?
And normally in normal circumstances, we should know 100% she's not being serious. But because of this fan base and because of the things that we've seen said in the chat, you actually don't know, you know? Wow.
There's
Pretty good.
Ray Davis, man, running all over us.
Ray Davis is like a cowboy with 2 guns on, with the holster. He's quick. He's like Billy the Kid, you know?
You want his stats today?
Yeah, what's his stats? Give me his stats.
16 carries, 124 yards, averaging 8 yards a tote.
Wow. Who needs Cook when you got
Yeah. Good point. Not Brady. James.
Chuck Higgins says, we had somebody named Explosive Diarrhea.
We did.
There's a username out there that named Explosive Diarrhea.
Yeah. 6 minutes, guys. 6 minutes on the 2025 New York Jets season. Appreciate you guys for spending it with us. Hit those milk thumbs, right, Jeremy? Hit those milk thumbs.
Hit them milk thumbs, man. We didn't ask you all day. We didn't bother you with it. We're asking you now. Hit those milk thumbs. That's the like button. Hit the like button. It's easy to do, and it's good for you. It's like grape nuts.
Yeah.
They're good for you.
What? I do want to say it before we get to where people are leaving. Jeremy and I, Jeremy has been so kind. He not only is carrying the torch for Green Bean every game day, he's also joining me in the Danger Zone.
Danger Zone.
Sunday night, baby, for the last post-game show of every weekend. Although today, I don't know, man, it might not be the last because hell, it's going to be here in a few hours. But if you like this collab, join us in the Danger Zone tonight, where Chaos and I get to reflect on this game after it marinates in our minds for an hour or two.
It's always fun when something marinates.
Speaking of marinating, can you tell us about the food channel you've got cooking, because that's right up marinating alley?
Brooklyn Brothers Food Review. Yesterday, I should have reviewed it. I went to this. I picked up in Jackson, California, these steaks from a butcher called Swingers or Swinglies, or I got to look it up. Swingles, Jackson, California. Picked up a bunch of steaks there, and I used the marinade that I bought at a farmer's market. This really delicious marinade, where you could buy a million marinades in the world. But anyway, I let it marinate for about half a day, and I grilled up this steak, this ribeye, giant ribeye, 1.4 pounds, cut it in half. Me and my wife ate it. Delicious. But you could see me reviewing food and talking about food all the time, my brothers too, at Brooklyn Brothers Food Review. Tell them Chaos sent you in the comments. If you make any comments on any of the videos, make sure you say Chaos sent you.
Yes, because it's a sibling rivalry you get to witness in real time. There's this one brother that looks just like Jeremy, but he says, you know what? I think I'm going to have hair. I'm going to put it to Jeremy and showcase this great head of hair. So yeah, make sure you tell him that the bald man sent you.
He's a putz is what he is. Okay.
Hey, three new subscribers to the Danger Zone. I appreciate you guys. Check us out tonight for real, because
we'll be on. I'll be on at 10. I'll be on at 10 in the Danger Zone. It's one of my favorite things to do on Sunday before I have to go back to work and deal with all life. I get to have an hour and a half to 2 hours of just time to hang out with Dano and you guys.
Dude, as we were talking there, man, the tight end just killed us again. I was talking about the flats being a deficiency, also guarding tight ends, a damn bad Achilles heel for us as well. Can Sonny Styles do both?
Yeah, I think it's so ironic, by the way. I just can't get over if the Raiders actually win that game, there's going to be so many could have beens. If the Raiders win that game, it's going to be so ridiculous if the Raiders win. But anyway, famous J7483 comes in and says Gase winning the last two games to lose number one is worse. I could agree with that. I mean, Trevor Lawrence, that whole thing was pretty brutal. But that's why you have to fire a coach and put in a Potsy. You have to put some assistant in that you could promise a job to. Like you can't have a guy, just a dead man walking is not gonna. They don't care about your future. So that, like Adam Gase had no motivation. The only motivation was to hurt us. Screw you! I know you're firing me. Like, but if they would have just gotten rid of him, and that maybe then. Then you get rid of most of the coaching staff and you bring some guy up, some assistant or something, and say, hey, we'll give you some good job, but you don't play anybody. You're not allowed to play anybody. Sit JFM, sit Mims at that time, sit Becton, sit everybody that, Marcus May, sit everybody we had on that team and just put in all the scrubs and just lose.
4th and 1 Buffalo. They get it. Anthony G chimes in a good comment here I want to ask you about, Jeremy. He says the Raiders would have tanked even harder if the first pick was at all at risk. Do you believe that if they won and they would have dropped to 2 or 3, would they have played worse today?
Maybe. I mean, there's a problem in this league with the way the system is. And I don't blame the Raiders. I'm not even putting them down. Well, I mean, it's like it's a weird system when you're punishing a team for winning. Like, it's weird. Like, something about it is broken because you're saying we're going to reward you to lose. You're out of the playoffs anyway. We're going to reward you to lose. We're going to give you a better pick to lose. And that's why I'm saying there needs to be some randomness put in it. Like you were saying, I mean, you didn't love my idea, but you like the idea of the last 3 years, maybe, or maybe the bottom 6 picks. It's a lottery. Like, you got to do something to change it.
Yeah.
Right.
Do you think they're rewarded though? Like I do. I agree with you. They're rewarded, but it's at a cost. Like, they are putting their fan base through the ringer in order to get that better pick.
Most
Is
of the fan,
that
most of the fan base wants it,
fair? Fair.
right? The Raider fans are happy that they're losing, no question.
Fair. Good
They're
point.
celebrating and making fun of us. We're getting Mendoza, like they can't, like so. I mean, I just think I'm just saying, I just think it's a bad setup. I think that's why basketball did the lottery. The NBA did the lottery for that very reason.
Yeah.
Right. So it's a problem.
Brad again.
By the way, I did think this was funny when I said it. Bradigan Goodfellas in place of Bean. Shut up. Thank you so much. That means a lot. You know it's impossible to replace Bean, but we're doing the best we can to at least be entertaining and give you guys a place to hang out. And also, all of us together, you guys and us, the super chats, all of that is very, very helpful to the channel and really making a difference for Green Bean when he needs us to make a difference. So financially, he definitely is benefiting from the support, guys. Like he could use money coming in right now. It helps. Paula he says, "You're funny, Jeremy. Sit Nims." I did think that was something that may have went unnoticed. That was funny. When I said like you get in some assistant coach, you sit Marcus May, you sit Becton, you sit Nims.
Just feed him some salmon.
I gotta say though, Mims that rookie year was actually the best that he was for us ever. Like if Mims ever did anything for us, it was that,
Oh man, there's a Jet fan there still. Holy
Someone
crap!
mentioned Patrick Ewing. That was
Dude.
super rigged for money. Yeah, because they wanted New York to have Patrick Ewing. What's that?
They just showed a Jet fan in the stands wearing a Breece Hall jersey. So I have to ask you, Jeremy, not what you think, not what you want. What is the percentage chance that Breece Hall is suited up with the Jets week 1 next year?
Oh, 10%. Unless we tag him. Are we still able to tag him?
That factors in. Yeah. Transition tag, franchise tag, whatever you want, man.
Oh, then I'll say 50-50. If he was just a free agent, there's nothing we could do and there's no way to tag him, he's gone. But but I think those numbers change. You're telling me we have the power to tag him because tagging a running back is not expensive.
Franchise tag, I think, is 14 mil.
Yeah.
If you want to do the transition tag, I think it's 10 to 12.
Yeah, we're gonna tag him. So I'd say 50-50. And the only reason I'm saying 50 we don't is not because we don't want to. I think there's a chance being the position we're in as a team and that we're in rebuild mode and the whole thing, there's a chance they might respect him if he says, please don't.
Yeah.
There's a chance that they might respect him.
That's it. Jets football is over for the 2025 season.
We're going to quickly rotate just to there's one game that means something for us, and that's Detroit. So I'm gonna just flip over to that and go over to the Detroit game. Oh shit, there's an injury that's gonna slow this down. It is 16-16 right now. They have the ball at their own 46. It's 1st and 10 at their own 48 at Detroit. 53 seconds left. What we're hoping for is that Detroit kicks a game-winning field goal. Of course, Rich Cimini comes in and goes, it's finally over. The worst record, one of the worst record in Jets history, or whatever. One of the worst records. I mean, Rich Cimini, even though he's right and it's true and we suck and everything, Rich Cimini is such a piece of shit. He really is a piece of shit human being. And I hate him. And I can't wait for him to retire. He's just an old piece of shit. I hate him.
I'm just not a fan of people who have to go that route to get their clicks. I get it. It's your job, but also at the same time, like, I'm not going to like you, which is fine. I'm sure you would rather have the paycheck than to have me like you. But if you're taking the paycheck, you better acknowledge that I'm allowed to hate you.
Yep. At Tampa Jets fans. So here's the situation. We get the number 2 pick. We cannot get the number 1 pick. It doesn't matter if the Raiders win. The reason we're rooting for the Lions to win is the other pick, our other first-round pick. Our other first-round pick right now is, at the moment, is 17, right? Okay.
No, 15.
At the moment is 15.
Yep.
It will go if the Lions were to lose and the Bears were to win, that pick would go to 16. Okay. And then the Baltimore was to lose, that pick would go to 17. If Baltimore and the Lions both win, we stay at 15. See on this chart? Baltimore and Detroit are right behind us. If both those teams were to lose, we're going to fall.
Back to 17.
We're going to fall back to 17. So we want Detroit and Baltimore to win so we can have the 15th pick. That's the situation.
Yes. That is the situation. We've also secured pick number 2, Jeremy. We've secured it. Thoughts?
Yep. Detroit fades back, throws a nice pass for a first down and more. Go, St. James to the 25-yard line. Yes. Believe me, every slot that we stay towards, matters. It matters. I want Sonny Styles, baby. This is like Rusty Spooner. I can see him jumping out of his seat right now because he's watching Sonny Styles put on a Jets uniform as this happens.
You know what? A bear is down, which should mean that they have to use their own timeout to stop the clock.
That's right.
Detroit has 2 more of their own and 40 ticks, 1st and 10. Not a bad situation developing.
They're in field goal range. I'm not worried about time anymore. As a matter of fact, I don't want the Bears to have timeouts. That's true. I don't want the Bears to have timeouts.
Well, how close are they? They're not in field goal range.
Oh yeah, they are. They're at the 25.
They're at midfield.
You are way behind me if that's what you're saying.
Okay. All right. My bad.
I got 24 seconds, 23, 22 in the game, 21 seconds, 20 seconds left in the game, 19, 18. Clock is ticking. I think they're just going to let it go down and kick a field goal. Surprisingly enough, the Bears are not calling a timeout. They're going to let it come down to it.
Yeah,
they let it go to 8, and now they're going to kick the field goal. Maybe in case there's a bad snap. But what bothers me about that is now you're going to allow there to be a kickoff and a final play, and I never understood that. Like, let it go down to 3 seconds and just fucking kick the field goal and end the game.
Well, can you kick it out of bounds? Can you kick it out of the back of the end zone? That plays into it. But I'm with you. That's a lot of time. So
we cannot miss this field goal right now. We really need the Lions to kick this field goal. Like
Bates, baby. Come on. Hey, like I said, this is the equivalent of a 4th rounder. If he makes the field goal, we have an extra 4th. You might as well say.
Yeah. That's what it is. It's a 4th round pick. So they ran the ball. They ran one more play. And they're calling a timeout with 2 seconds on the clock. I cannot believe the Bears didn't use a timeout. And they left the timeout on the board. I guess that means they don't really care because they already have everything locked up, so they don't give a shit.
Well, you are way ahead of me, like I said. So let us know how that kick goes, okay?
They are lining up for it right now. Come on, guys, don't screw this up. Don't hurt me on this, guys. We do not want an overtime right now. I'm not going to follow that. We'll just have to end the show. I can't stay for an overtime. We got to go back on at 7. So
yeah, correct. Correct. Tampa, just to answer you, this is for pick 15 instead of pick 16. This has nothing to do with number 1 overall.
Nothing to do with it. Yeah, I already answered that. Yeah.
Okay, good.
Yeah, he knows now.
All right.
Not the ball. It's not the ball. It's not the ball. Here we go. The kick is up, and it looks good. It's good. All right, there you go. All right, so now the worst we could do now, guys, is 16. The worst we could do is 16. If Baltimore beats Pittsburgh, we got the 15th overall pick, baby. When they made that trade, they did not know they were trading the 15th overall pick. They did not know that. That's not what they thought they were trading. I promise you. They did not know they were trading the 16th or 15th overall pick. No way. They thought they were trading the 29th. They were hoping it was the 32nd pick. They were thinking at worst it would be the 28th pick, 27th pick. They did not know they were giving us the 15th pick. And if you look at the players on the board that are available at 27, 28, 29 in this draft, and I'm not saying we all know that you could get a Hall of Famer in the 5th round, but if you look at them as prospects, who's there on the board versus the guys that are on the board at 15, 16, it is a very different story. There's a very different level of talent. So I am very, very happy.
And I mean, dude, when we woke up today, we were 3-18 for picking. Dude, we've climbed from 3 to 2, which we already covered on this channel, this stream even. 3 to 2 is the equivalent of a mid-first round acquisition. And then we went from 18 to 16, which that might be a 3rd rounder. So we got an extra 1st and an extra 3rd. Then when we woke up this morning, that's a good damn day just for losing a game.
Yeah. I mean, just imagine we're going into the draft. I really hope Baltimore wins, but we'll say 16 for now. Just imagine we're going into a draft with the 2nd and the 16th pick overall. Wow. That's an exciting draft day. Not going to help us become a playoff. It's not going to help make us a playoff team in 1 year, but it's sure as hell an exciting draft day.
Yeah. As I hear, I'm sure Snowball is quivering with that butterfly knife you got going there.
Diddly diddly do. Diddly butterfly knife you do. Okay.
Hey, if you like this camaraderie we've displayed these last few hours, check out the Danger Zone, 10 p.m. Eastern, when we recap this bonanza of a day for the New York Jets.
Hey, everybody. Thanks so much for being here. Remember, the goal, the target date, what I'm hoping and kind of half planning or almost plan, I don't know what you want to call it, January 25th, I hope to be here with Green Bean. I guarantee you one thing I can guarantee you with 99.9% certainty, because you never know what can happen in life, but with 99.9% certainty, I can guarantee you that next season, preseason, game 1 of preseason next year, guess who will be streaming that game and guess who will be with him? That's right. Me and Green Bean will be back preseason next year doing our game watch reaction parties, but we're hoping rather than have to wait that long, we will get to hang out with you one last time on January 25th for the AFC Championship game, to react to that, to hang out, to talk about the draft, and a whole bunch of other stuff. So we will see you then. Dano, thank you so much again. 3rd week in a row stepping in. Cannot tell you how much I appreciate it. Do not know how I would have made it through without you. Just all the appreciation in the world. And I look forward to talking to you in a couple of hours at 7 p.m., at 10 p.m. Eastern, 10 p.m. Eastern in the Danger Zone. Anybody out there still listening to this broadcast, if you want to talk more Jets, come to the Danger Zone. The link is in the bio. You see it right up here. It's at Danger Zone on YouTube. We'll be on at 10 p.m. tonight. We'll talk to you then. Thanks for being here, everybody. Thanks for all the support. And hopefully we'll see you back on this channel on the 25th. And hopefully Green Bean will be back doing some content before the 25th, which is extremely and highly possible. Take care, everybody. I leave you
Love
with
you guys. Love you guys.
And this, I promise you, is no lie. His legend will live on, just like the catcher in the rye. His word will be shared in every classroom. Kids will be wearing a Jeremy costume. He has been a Jets fan for over 40 years. So far they have left him drowning in tears. All brakes and no gas. That went as well as looking at Green Bean's ass. Pizza is the weakness from this chaotic storm. That or Frankie, who used to bring the calm, not on Thursdays. With O'Leary, he will tell that dude named Hennessy to go to hell. Reacting to the games on Green Bean's Jets fan. Nick Shine and A New York Jets championship will be pure heaven. Deli, cheesesteak, and southern barbecue. Jeremy and his brothers on Brooklyn Brothers Food Review. You can never get too much of his bald head. You won't forget his name until you're long dead. Jets chaos will never die. It will never die. It won't ever die. It just won't die. Jets cast will never die. It will never die. It won't ever die. It just